question my stability. You think I'll fall just like a guillotine, but I am here to stay. Won't look away. The storm is coming, so you better start running. No, you can't control, feel it in my bones. I'm coming for the, coming for the. Coming for the throne. I'm coming for the throne. So you wanna be my enemy? You should've known I'd never kiss the rain. Ice runs in my veins, won't play it safe. I don't belong with your nobility. Who died and made you king of anything? You think that I'm insane? It's your mistake. Kingdoms rise and fall, I've come to take it all. Take it, I've come to take it. Kingdoms rise and fall, I've come to take it all. I'll take it all. The storm is coming, so you better start running. No, you can't control, feel it in my bones. I'm coming for the, coming for the. Coming for the throne. I'm coming for the throne. They'll be calling me, they'll be calling me
THFCRants show. What's going on, folks? How you doing today? How you doing today? What do you know? What do you know? What do you know? What do you know? 2-1 at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium today. Late bat victory. Pigeon power is here. We got good old Richarlison and getting the header to draw the equalizer, and then Kulisexy with the winner. Late up in the game, late in the game, getting the win for us today. But let me know what you guys thought about the game in the chat there. Let me know you're here, and I will put your comments up on here. Say hello to everybody that's in the chat. Mariconca early in this thumbnail. Yeah, it's a good one. We got Eugene's in the house. Big up, Eugene. And all that good stuff. Still with the hashtag Levy out and the hashtag Pigeon Power in. There we go. We got Kent over here. Find something to S about this club. Things are going too smooth. We need something to be negative about, and you're perfect for everyone. I'm not negative at all, man. I don't know what you're talking about. I am the happiest clapper of the happy clappers. We've got Tospers in the house, channel member here. You can join. You can become a channel member by clicking that join button down below, and you can also like and subscribe onto the video if you haven't done so already. It helps push the video out to the wrong end so everybody can get involved in that. We got El Said in the house. Big up. Feels like Pochettino's back, or feels like back to Pochettino's time. I hope Ange doesn't end up like Poch. Well, I don't know. We'll have to see. We got Ant Kukurokus Kakuruis. I can't pronounce Greek names. Forgive me. Big up. Big yourself up. Tony Rodriguez in the house as well. Big up to Tony Rodriguez. We've also got the StreamYard link is right there, also pinned to the top. So if you want to come on the show and have your say, just click it, and then you can come on back. Only thing that we hope is that you wear pants, and you keep them on. Philly ain't from Philly. I can't do that. But yep, we got the pigeon power in the house tonight. Roy too, also channel member. Big up, and then some emojis that come out as text. Will in the chat. Big yourself up. Elias is in the house. Big up Elias, also a channel member. Big up the channel members. Ryan Busy 86. Big up Will, also a channel member. Big up the channel members. Adam Cruz in the house. Oh no, it's this head melter. See you later. Bye. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you, my friend. Looks like somebody already took a hand of that. We'll just put you in a little bit of a timeout. Bye-bye. We've got Bobby K's in the house. Big up Bobby K. KCW, greetings from Seoul. Annyeonghaseyo. Also channel member. Big up KCW. Scott M's in the house. Man, thank God the PL Premier League has ridiculous extra time rules this year. Should never have gone on that long, I'm guessing, rather than in. But I can translate that on the fly. But yeah, I mean, they announced that beforehand, and I don't think I've seen a game yet go with less than 10 minutes, to be honest with you. So I think that's a pretty much a regular thing this year. Yeah, I don't know. Since March of 2021, it's been the same guy hosting this show on this channel. But we've got Cold Shot. Big up the Cold Shot. Graham's in the house as well. Hi, Will. Come on, you Spurs. Graham, big up my man. And some more Graham, some more Bobby, some more Scotties. But That's all the people who said hello in the chat today, though. But there's like 50-something people watching the show already. Spurs for you, or Spurs you. Richie forgot to didn't do the pigeon dances because he didn't have time, man. We had to get back and get that winner. Look, I'm gonna give him, before I start bringing the guests in. I am going to give my thoughts on the game as a whole. I think we deserve the win. I think that our performance, rather than simply just the finishing, was fairly similar, not equal to, but fairly similar to the Manchester City performance against Sheffield United. Similar possessions, similar shots on target, similar passes, similar touches. And it's just what happens when a team sits back like that and has, 8 people in the box all at one time. Yeah, so let's get rid of that guy. Don't need trolls. But yeah, so they had all the different things going on with the all the different things that were going on today in the game. We played well. We should have had far more goals than we did. Their goalkeeper was the statistical man of the match today by far. And, even with conceding 2 goals, was an absolute beast behind the sticks there. Plus, you had their defense, man. How many block shots did they have today? How many good blocks? Right, last effort blocks, clearances and stuff like that. Look, Sheffield United is a well organized defensive unit, and I think that they're going to frustrate teams. They didn't get the win, obviously, and then you've got good old Richarlison comes in. Now I'm going to be nice to Richarlison and say that as an impact substitute, that's about as good of a performance as you can ask for. But if you're talking about his performances from open play, look, if he doesn't get that header right then and there, we would all be cussing him, right? Him falling down and missing headers and doing all the things that he did. But I'm glad in the end he got that goal. So a lot of people are making a big to-do about the pass to Kulu, but I'm sorry, I've watched the highlights back on that particular goal. And Richarlison's pass to Kulusevski was the least impressive bit of that whole run of play, right? You got it from Adoji winning the ball back to playing the pass into Højbjerg, Højbjerg playing the pass into Perisic. Perisic just flick on to Richarlison, and then Richarlison just makes a simple, backwards, pass back to Kulusevski, and then Kulusevski with the great finish. But hey, he was a part of the play. He gets credit for the assist. He was the last one to touch him before it hit the back of the net. But it wasn't like fire or amazing. If he doesn't make that pass, you're cussing him. A good performance as an impact sub. Other things that for me bothered me a little bit, I guess you could say, was our 2 wide players were pretty ineffective. I thought Kulusevski was wasteful at times, slow to play, slow to get to move the ball. Solomon too, only 2 crosses the entire day. Nothing really played into the box that really caused any problems. He had a few key passes, but I think it were based mostly off of blocked shots. Nothing that I remember ever led to. I guess there was one cross that led to the header that Son put over the bar. But yeah, probably need a little more quality from the wide players today. Son didn't have really hardly any opportunities. He had 3 shots today. 1 was blocked, the header that went over the bar, and then the one where the keeper was diving a full stretch to keep it out of the far post. Other than that, I think he had like 29 touches today. That was about it, man. Maybe a couple key passes. Held the ball up okay, but just really didn't get onto it at all. And but yeah, more improvement for that. More improvement from that. But that's kind of my takes on it. I'm going to start bringing some folks in now. We got Donna Cullen. And Mr. William, I thought of seeing you before I go to bed. Satisfied indeed. Well, big up, Donna Cullen. I appreciate that. Spurs King. I'd like to think the Sheffield United keep from time wasting. Yeah, I mean, they did a lot of that, dude. And they got to know now that that's just going to hurt you this season with the new regulations that they got going on with that. We got D1B Chillin'. Hello, Will. Didn't know you had your own channel until I saw you. I've had a channel for years, my man. Streaming on Twitter. I've streamed on Twitter for years, my man. But big up. Thanks for coming and watching the show. Appreciate that. Not only do I have this channel, which is Tottenham Away, but we've also got WillStewart365. Keeping the fragrance alive. Put out a new video today, new unboxing, first impressions over there on that channel. So subscribe to that if you haven't already. I'd really appreciate the love. If you're a guy or a girl and you like smelling good, that's the place to be. Smelling good, looking young, all that good stuff. Some blokes in the house can't think of anything to say, so I'll just listen. Sounds good, my man. I appreciate it. Thanks for saying hi, Paul Brown, as well. Big up Paul Brown. Quite the change, not having TJ Tottenham shattering one's weekend. Yeah, I mean, it was a decent day. I went from that game to my son's game. My son has an injury right now, so he's not playing. But you got to show up anyway. You know what I mean? That's how you help the team out. Show up, support the team. Alejandro's big up. Liam, big up. Who else we got that I haven't said hi to? I think that's it, man. We got another member in the house. Big up. 3 o'clock in Denmark. And I'm still pumped. Big up, my man. I'm glad you're pumped. Agree about Richie's role in the second goal. Thanks, my man. I appreciate it. That's it, man. That's it. Let's start bringing in the fellas. We'll drop this music down so we can start doing some intro musics. And first one in for the night. I can already see him doing the pigeon chirp right now, waiting to come on the show. You know him, you love him. It is who it is. KPV Tottenham something. I can't see his full name. What's going on, man?
What's going on, man? Just still buzzing from the win. And yeah, Richie finally scored a home goal. But yeah, take that and goal and assist. So yeah, great win. And yeah, he didn't have time to do the pigeon dance because he thought he was offside. But now he was finally on. And we were robbed of that penalty. How was that not a penalty?
Oh man, it was 100% a penalty. Like, I've heard people saying today that they didn't think it was a penalty. Like the one on Madison, for me, 100% a penalty. The guy comes in, takes a swipe at the ball, misses the ball completely, and just takes his legs out. Yeah, Madison maybe over exaggerated a little bit, but that was a clear pen. Look, if Son's penalty against Brentford was a penalty, then that is 100% a penalty. That was 10 times as worse as the one Son did, where Son's running alongside the guy. His trailing leg clips the back of his calf lightly. The guy goes down and they get a penalty in that game. This was a clear cut across the back of the legs. Then you had the one from Basuma where they shoved him down with a straight arm in the back when he's in the box. I think could have been 2 or 3 penalties in that game. We haven't had a penalty all season, man. I need to know for my FPL team who's on pens for us, right? Until we get that opportunity, I got no idea.
Yeah, but maybe they can put Kulu on pens because pretty sure he's taken a penalty for Sweden before. So maybe they should put Kulu and Son on pens. I know Richie's taken one for Everton once before, but yeah, I don't know. Has he done one for Brazil? Who knows? But he's better than Jesus for Brazil because he's Brazil's number 9. But he said he needed help, and he finally got some. But he scored 1 goal, but bring on the North London derby at the Emirates. Everyone's saying they're confident going into the game, but we don't get anything from there. We haven't got anything from there since 2019. We got a point. That was the 1st of September. We drew 2-2. We were, I believe, 2-0 up, and we just bottled that lead. So, but this is the time to beat these lot because they've got Everton today, so we'll see how they do. But obviously, Arteta's played 5 games and lost 4 to Everton. They're away where the record at Everton is poor. So yeah, let's see how Everton do. They've not won a game, but Everton's going to beat these lot today, and then they need to get destroyed against us because they always seem to beat us at the Emirates, but not this time. It ain't going to happen. This would be 4 times they've done it, but I don't think they've done it 4 seasons in a row before under Wenger, but it's not going to happen, mate. Big Ange is going to end our jinx of losing at the Emirates, and Redknapp was the last Spurs boss to do that. That was 2010 when he brought the fire on, and yeah, we got a goal back from Gareth Bale. Then Van der Vaart scores the pen, and then Kabul just scores the winner. So yeah, it's time to beat these lot. I hate losing to them. They beat us twice already last season, but it's not going to happen again.
Yeah, big up.
I hear that David Weir is expected to start the North London derby. There's rumours going around that he's probably going to start and go ahead of Ramsgate, known as Ramsdale, because, yeah, he's got competition. He had it with Leno, now he's got it with Weir, who we were after, but we should have paid the money, then we could have got him. But now we've got Vicario, who's actually been doing great. 2 clean sheets, but yeah, we've conceded at least, 4 or 5 goals in 5 games, but 2 clean sheets. So, but yeah, hopefully a clean sheet in the North London derby, and we've got Liverpool at home afterwards. So we're getting 6 points out of them 2 games.
6 points, Kyle. Come on. Kyle's fully on board the Pochettino train, but we got some more guests to bring in the back. Let's bring in the next guest of the night. I don't know where this guy comes from, but I can't tell if he's from... What is that? I hear goats in the background. Is it a guy from Germany? I don't know. Everybody in the comments, show your love. My brain works faster than my mouth sometimes, believe it or not. Show your love in the chat for the one, the only, the Dietrich's pain in my ass. What's going on?
How's everyone doing? I'm good, thanks.
No longer Dietrich's Kane, you're now Dietrich's pain.
Yeah, no, I'm in the mud, honestly.
Did you take a shower after being in the mud puddle this morning, or what?
I swear, I went to the barber. He even told me, like, why do you have mud on your hair? I'm not even joking. Like, I actually was ashamed to go outside.
That's funny.
Now, honestly, it's so funny. Every time I cuss a player, they always do something right. But I'll still cuss Richarlison because he's shit.
You cussed Richarlison and Kulu in that game, and they both sliced you straight in the mouth.
No,
and Postecoglou. You got mudded 3 times this morning, dude.
Yeah, I got a hat trick of mudding.
You got the mudded hat trick, man. That's more hat tricks than Harry Kane's had in the last since 2018.
Hey, at least he scores in Germany. Leave him alone. He's enjoying his time.
Enjoying his time. That's good. I hope he's enjoying his time. But we got quite a few lineups there in the back, so we're gonna move on to the next one. The next one is the man himself. Where's his button? There it is. You guys know this soundtrack. You know who it is when this is coming on. Everybody rocking and popping. Rocking and popping. Let's bring him in. The man, the myth, the legend, the one, the only. Mari's in the house. Big up Mr. Mars. Get it. Come on. Let's go. Put the auto-tune on. Rock it. Pump it. Slap it. Pump it. Let's go. Tottenham. Where we are. Running.
Hey. So hold on to this season. Oh yeah.
That was good.
Oh man. Been a good day. Did some laundry, did some house cleaning after great victory and doing the stream. Then popped on Bobby K and Cooler Show and going for the trifecta. I'm just happy We got the 3 points over Sheffield United. Those bums did not want to play. Very negative. I mean, of course, I've seen teams, play the low block. But today, the antics, the time wasting came back to bite them in the butt, because it gave us extra time to be able to come back. And then the 2 guys who've been roasting since the beginning of the season, Kulu and Richarlison, they score, and it's just funny. But quickly, I'll say these 2 things. Number 1, it's the Bergvine game. Usually when we play, especially a bottom half team, we fold. We fold like a deck of cards. We came back. It shows the spirit of the team. And then I don't know. And then the second. So what I'm trying to say is, if this is last year, we don't win this game. And so today was very encouraging how we won up this game. Big up Bobby K was in the chat. And then the second thing is, on Bobby K's show, Ben read a statement. Did you hear what Sonny said about Richarlison?
No.
I'm gonna pull up the statement. Basically, he said,
wait till we bring all the guests in, then we'll go to you first on that one, because I got like 4 or 5 people to bring in, and we don't want to be like an hour into the show before we get rocking and rolling. This guy's in the mud too, taking a mud bath. The kitty cat is in the mud here with Elias. Elias from the mud. Elias not from the mud, in the mud. The king of the mud.
Hello,
Elias.
guys. Yeah,
Postacoglu's Conte is what Elias said this morning.
Yeah, so I just wanna clarify a few things first. So all those people who said that yes, Postacoglu's football is kind of better than what we've seen previously. Yeah, you all were right. I was wrong.
Mark's
yes,
listening for the cat in Elias' music. I know. Ask Elias. He picked it.
"Oh,
Not
I
me.
saw my window." I'm like,
yeah. So all those people who said who were positive about Ange and I was negative. Yeah, big up to every one of you. Big up to Sava. Big up to Kate from Just a Girl Who Loves Spurs. She yesterday told me that I'll just trust Ange, and then I was fighting with her in one of the chats. Big up to all the positive people, including Mia. Yeah, sorry, I'm in the mud for the time being. Yeah, but big up to every single
In the woods, far from Starbucks. Let's bring in the next guest. He had a hard time getting his devices connected early on, but that's okay. Maybe first time. I don't think so. I recognize the logo a little bit. Liam Emmett in the house. Are you able to speak, my man? Your microphone is muted. There
Yes,
you are.
sir.
What's going on, my man?
I'm good, you?
I'm doing good, my friend. How you doing tonight?
Well, what a great result.
Good result.
Well-
Tell us your thoughts on the game.
I thought Richarlison's header was pretty awful, if you ask me.
It was awful? Or the one
Yeah,
he
it was
missed or the one he
awful.
scored?
It was a bit of a topping.
Well, I mean, yeah, it was a good cross, right? It was a good ball in from
I'm joking. It was a bullet header. What do you mean? It's a bullet header.
oh no, it was just a redirect.
Yeah.
I mean, we're being honest. The ball came in with pace from Perisic. Great ball into the box, and all Richarlison had to do was just go hoop, right? And that was it.
Yeah, it wasn't. People are saying it was like Harry Kane-esque, but it was kind of a tap-in, if you ask me.
Well, I mean, right now, that's the only thing Richarlison's ever scored for Spurs is with his head. But hey, if you can't do it with your feet, do it with your head. That's what I always said.
Exactly. I also thought Mickey van der Ven had a brilliant display today. And the Sheffield goalie was absolutely awful. I mean, he wasted 67 minutes, in my opinion.
Yeah, awful from that standpoint for sure, definitely.
Should have got sent off in the first half. I don't know how that's not a red card. He's obviously outside the box.
Yes, 100%. He got that yellow card for that challenge there, and didn't get it. Knew that because he was on a yellow, that the referee wasn't going to give him a yellow for wasting time, so he just took his time. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's kind of. I guess you could say if you're into the dark arts, that's kind of a you know, a smart move. Once you're a goalkeeper and you're on a yellow card, you know the goal. You know how many goalkeepers you seen get sent off for time wasting, right? Given a yellow card, maybe. How many of you seen get sent off for time wasting? So we got one more guest to bring in here, and
Wait, I have a question.
go for it.
I thought we had to ask parents for like young kids to join stream.
Well, he doesn't have his camera on, so it's good. It's just a voice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just making sure, yeah.
Right next.
But the next guest
may chase you away. From sea to shining she, rising from the ashes of Gotham City. The one, the only, popping in and out of streams like it's whack-a-mole at the bowling alley. Folks in the chat, Dietrich, you better run and hide. The one, the only. See, Cubed is in the house.
Hi, boys. No more whack-a-mole. I just got off of a plane a few hours ago. I am back in Oakland, and so my internet is good again.
There you go.
I watched the game, and then I watched the game, and then I talked to you guys very briefly, and then I went and got on a plane, and now I'm back to good internet again.
Yeah.
That is good.
Hey.
That is good. That is good. So, the questions that we have.
Can I read Sonny's comment?
Oh, yes. Yeah, go for it. I forgot. Yeah. Rocket.
So this really describes the team spirit right now. So Sonny, speaking to the Korean media, and so everybody got a hold of this. This is what Richie says. Sonny says about Richie. Seeing Richarlison score felt better than me scoring. Richarlison has had a difficult since last week, and I've been thinking about how I could help him. He's a talented friend, and it was unfortunate that he was blaming himself due to the bad luck and other reasons. I know how it feels, as I've experienced similar difficult times, so I hope he can show a stronger side and grow after today's game. That was our captain today. That is true humility right there. That he was more happy, felt better for him scoring today than his hat trick the week before. That, my friend, you gotta love Sonny. You got to love Sonny. That's pure class. That's humility, right?
Stuff like that, though.
Here,
Yeah,
Harry.
and when you scored four hat tricks in the last 5 years, right? Like, it gets old after a while, right?
That's the
But he always says stuff.
You like how I snuck that in there, Dietrich?
Yeah, of course you had to. Of course you had
everybody
to.
man gave Richarlison a hug, and the team after the game with the fans, and it's just you just gotta love it, enjoy it, and but man, that by Sonny, this is the stuff I love. I mean, I soaked this in because it shows humility. So awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep. Hear that, Harry Jackson? Where are you?
I don't know. He's in the woods.
As always.
I didn't. I blocked the other guy. Look, I'm just gonna tell people right now: if you start trolling people in the chat, trolling people on stream, and trolling people in the chat, you're gonna get blocked.
Yeah,
Right.
you're gonna get blocked.
You're gonna get blocked.
Removed. Yeah.
There he is. Hello, alive.
He's there. He's here.
Yeah, banter is fine. Trolling ain't. Right? Trolling's not cool.
Only I can do trolling.
No, even you. No trolling for Elias. Elias is banned from trolling anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, so look, I mean, so let's talk. I'm going to talk about Richarlison's performance from my perspective a little bit. Look, in the watch along, if you guys watched the watch along today, when he came onto the pitch, you know, we were cussing him for the first probably 15 minutes that he was on the pitch. I mean, I guess he scored him with the 8th minute of added time. And then, but before that, he had that one header, very similar situation, right? Completely, you know, messed it up, fell on the pitch. You could see it was down. Like, I thought it was over. But then he got it, man. Paris has set him up, helped him out. He put it away. That's good for his confidence. Because look, we're gonna need him, you know, to come on to be a substitute or something. I mean, we paid £60 million for this guy. He's got to earn his paycheck somehow. But I mean, even after that goal, you know, it was just such a weird. He's such a weird player, man. Like, it's hard. Like, you don't want to crap on the guy, but literally, like, before the assist to Kulusevski, right? When you remember when the ball was played into him, he slips and falls down completely unchallenged, just falls, ends up turning the ball over there that Adoji then immediately wins back. It's just the quirkiest situation that a person could be in.
I have a question for you.
Go for it.
What makes him slip? Because every game he slips at least 3 times.
He slipped twice today that I can remember.
No, but
maybe more.
Does he do it on purpose, or maybe like his cleats are not?
No, I just think his balance is off, man.
Like
but
I know he's
how
our
can you get
player
football-
and everything, but he does fall down a lot. I've said this
No, but
before. He falls
I've
down
never
a lot.
For Brazil too. For Brazil, the Brazil game, he slipped.
Well, I think it's because he runs at like a full throttle a lot, and he's not the most agile player. And so when he tries to change directions, because the reason why he slipped today was, so in changing directions, especially on waterlogged pitches, because that's what they do before every game, right? They turn the sprinklers on at halftime. They turn the sprinklers on, right? They like to keep that pitch soft so it's nice and fast and stuff like that. You have to really have your center of gravity in the right spot when you're making sharp cuts. And I just don't think he's very agile.
Yeah, but he's like 26. He hasn't worked like once at the gym for agility or like balance with one foot on a medicine ball.
Pedro says, to be fair to Pro, the ball went behind him. Yeah, but it wasn't that far behind him, and all he had to do was, a normal player could have easily just, checked back to the ball, picked it up, and not fallen on his buttocks. But and some bloke says he slips because pigeons are better at flying. Hey, dude, I hear you. Yeah, look. You put him in. You need a late winner or something like that. Put him into the box. But look. The only problem is I hope, look, if Richarlison was reliable like Llorente in that Champions League run season, right? Whenever we needed that big man, that target man late in games to help us get an equalizer to come back, Llorente, as old as he was, right, in his average of a player as he could have been at that age, he always came through with us. How many times did he bail us out that season?
It's true.
I mean, not just once. It was multiple times, right? That guy came in, big presence in the box, and helped us out.
Yeah.
And if Richarlison could be that type of player for us, I would be fine with that. Coming in, Can
I give a fun fact? He still hasn't scored with his feet.
Yeah, I know. He hasn't scored a goal with his feet yet.
Imagine a striker hasn't scored with his feet. I haven't seen that.
I don't know.
To be fair, Poro did slip, I think 2 times too. Poro.
Yeah, Sun slipped once, I think. 2 today.
No, once is fair, but like Richarlison, it's like he jumps when he falls down.
Well, he falls over the ball. Like I said, I think it's to the fact that he's not agile. Somebody needs to work with him on his agility, right? Like for me, that's what this is, I think. Because you notice, like when the ball is kind of, say he gets a pass and the ball's kind of in between his 2 legs, right? And he tries to get his feet underneath him to gain control of the ball, and he'll stumble over it, or he has to change directions and he slips and falls. I think he's got agility issues. Maybe it's an injury or something. Maybe he can't cut back. Like there was talks about him having an ankle issue or something like that.
If the ball
but he used to fall down a lot at Everton too.
I'm trying to come up with something. I'm trying to help him out. I'm trying to help the guy out today.
No, I'm not trying to drag Richie at all. I mean, and I know he's our player and stuff, but I have to say, when he was at Everton, I used to say this about Richie as well, that I was like, he falls down a lot, and
Yeah, but
so whether he's our player or not, like, he just fell down a lot, and he still does.
like for me, like I'm not the most agile person, but like when someone passes me the ball, like I try to slow down, control the ball, and then pick up pace. Like he doesn't have every time like to go like 100%.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like he doesn't have that.
No, but like you can like take a
timing.
break, like just but you see the ball coming to you, you can at least like take one, like go like instead of going 100%, go like 20% speed. Control the ball.
You ever see like when in sports or something when you're doing like agility sticks, you got the agility sticks and you got guys that have to dart in and out, right?
Between the
Have you ever played with a guy who's really fast in a straight line, but can't do those sticks to save his life?
Yeah, he always like hits the sticks.
Yeah, hits the sticks or goes too far. Right? Like their speed in a straight line is faster than like 60% of the team, but when they have to run through those sticks, they come in last place every time, right? Like that's what he reminds me of, right? Like he's got pace, right? He's got physical. He's physical. He just lacks finesse, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
He needs to practice.
Kind of like Sanchez. Davison Sanchez was actually really fast, but he just couldn't move.
But he was more more
like,
agile than Richie.
Like he could like run like a straight line pretty fast. He just can't.
But it's like Van de Ven too.
Yeah, Van der Ven's similar. Yeah, his lateral movement's poor. Which I didn't think Van der Ven had that great of a game today, to be honest with you.
No, he was poor. He was poor.
Mistakes.
But that's the problem when you go to international break and you don't play one single minute for 2 weeks.
Yeah, so he didn't play a single minute. Yeah. Could be that.
Good point. And look, Tottenham Hotspur is always really bad coming out from I think this is one of the first times we've won coming out of an international break in a long time. Remember last year under Poch, or not, under Conte, we came back and we drew, right?
Because if you look at everyone that was bad, Van de Ven played 0 minutes, Udogi played 0 minutes, Poro played 0 minutes. All these players played no minutes in international break.
I don't think that those guys were bad.
No, they weren't good. They weren't at the standard.
Yeah. I don't say bad. They were just average today. Because nobody was bad today.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I was like, I don't feel like. I guess if you were gonna pick on somebody, Van de Ven would have been it. But like, I don't feel like anybody was really like a huge outlier of like they're glaringly bad, and I don't feel like anybody was also glaringly like much better than everybody else. You know what I mean? Like I feel like a lot, and this is just a feeling. You can tell me what the stats are, Will, but I felt like that everybody was kind of on the same pace for the most part, and they played around the same level. Like I know that Richie got the goal and the assist, and Decky got the goal and stuff, but I feel like they were kind of all around the same level.
I think Solomon was shit.
It was very different from past times when we felt like it was like, wow, like Kane is on fire, or like Sonny is on fire, and like they like dragged us over the edge, or like whatever. It felt like everybody was a little bit more on the same level with each other.
Yeah. I mean, for me, Madison, for me, was my man of the match, right? To get an 8.2 on SofaScore without a single goal or an assist is just an amazing performance, in my opinion. I think he was the only one today that stood out for me to be, and a yellow card on top of that, by the way. So and that deducts points from your score. So, Kulusevski, he got man of the match, I think, on the Premier League app. But
FPL also, he got bonus points.
A lot of people kind of felt how I felt that before that goal, Kulu was. I'm gonna be nice, man. I mean,
yeah, he was average for me. Both Solomon and Kulu today, at least in that first 80 minutes before they made the first substitutions, I thought. Well, I mean, Solomon came off at the same time. I thought they were both, just.
By the way, guys,
average.
thoughts on Brandon Johnson replacing Kulu in the next game?
No,
He needs to play on the right, and Kulusevski, you put him on the left. Going forward.
I think with Arsenal, I think he'd make a good case for Solomon and Johnson on either flank of Son, right? Because then you because Solomon has more pace than Perisic, right? Johnson has more pace than Kulusevski.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
You know, they're gonna play high line like us, so we're gonna be counter-attacking or transitionally attacking more often than we did today. So it makes sense. It makes sense to me because you pace, man. I mean, it was a great finish too for Johnson on his offsides goal.
Actually, when I think
even
about
his
it,
offsides are not like a mile offside. It was just like by a bit.
It was just.
I personally felt that it was onside, but
no, it was offside. But like against Arsenal, when I think about it, if Zinchenko plays, you want someone that's technical. So maybe Kulusevski can like actually destroy him. And then you bring Johnson for like second half.
Yeah, but he's not fast enough. Zinchenko ain't really that fast, right? Johnson's gonna burn him.
But you want someone that is gonna actually burn him on a 1v1.
But we are going to smash the Gunners, I tell you. In many years, it's the first time I'm having a positive feeling going to Emirates.
But I wouldn't be surprised if we come out with 3 points and lose against Liverpool.
Everything.
Elias is digging in a dirt hole right now, and the hose is just waiting to be turned on so he can be in the mud now.
Yeah, I was like, Elias, anything that you say, man. At this point.
Yeah, no, I'm very positive now. I am on the Ange train. I'm very positive.
It's a happer clapper. Let's talk about this referee today.
Oh, he was dog shit, awful. He was like, I don't know what to say. He was the worst thing in the game yesterday.
I don't think he was
such an unprofessional referee.
I don't think he was bad. I really think like Sheffield really influenced. I do think like Sheffield actually influenced the game. And
but I mean, think about how many yellow cards the guy gave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
But they were yellow cards. Some of them were actually yellow.
Some of them were 6, 7, 8, 9,
yellow card.
10, 11.
Like the
time
12 yellows and 1 red, bro.
Yeah. And then the Van de Ven was a yellow. Like there's too many that were actually yellows.
Yeah, the Madison got a frustration yellow because of between the ref and what Sheffield United is doing. And just to just inform Scott, they got the new rules from the World Cup because Sheffield United wasted so many time on these fake injuries. That's how we got an extra 12 minutes. So we, according to the new rules, if you're going to waste time, that time is going to be added.
It wasn't even the Sheffield players that pissed me off. It was our own fans wasting time.
Oh yeah, and then the fans.
No, the referee wasn't the only reason why we won.
Apparently, it was Stell in the south stand throwing the ball.
I'm going to tell you right now, though, this isn't even really a new rule. It's just that they're actually just enforcing the rule that's been around the whole time.
But why in the first half we only had 3 minutes and then the full time we had
should have been like 6 or 7 minutes in the first half.
Yeah, but like they only gave 3 or 4 minutes.
I don't know. It's kind of to their.
Because the goalkeeper like went down like twice.
See, Gunners are afraid of us.
Nobody's afraid. He said they're going to be a problem next week.
It means that they are afraid of us.
Everybody go subscribe to Arsenal, The History and More. Came on Mari's and TJ's North London is Our show on Thursday.
Tell him to join if he wants.
This weekend on
the link's pinned to the top. Anybody's welcome to join if they want.
You're with Adrian. Oh my goodness, it's that was classic.
It was 12 minutes, Scott, not 40. You said 20 or 30. Every time Scott talks about the added time, it gets bigger and bigger. Last time it was 20 minutes, then 30. Now it's 40. Next time it'll be an extra 90 minutes of added time. Right.
Scott, why don't you come on? It's been a while. Haven't seen you as well.
Yeah, come on, Scott. I haven't seen you.
No, he's gonna say I'm with the kids, so I can't speak right now. He's gonna find the kids.
Saturday, and it's like he lives on the. It's like it's only 6:30 for him, man. That's right around dinner time. That's a tough time to come home.
I see.
Scott came on more when I did shows starting at 10 because you know that's like 7 o'clock their time. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, and he usually came on after like the first hour or two, so it was later, like around 8 p.m. his time. I used to do this show 10 p.m. Eastern when I started it, and I ran it for 3 hours on purpose so that I hit 10 o'clock across the entire United States. But that's too late, man. By the time I get done, the show's like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm getting old, unfortunately. But
In 2 years, how old have you got?
Oh, this is a hockey game. NHL game?
it could be one of his kids' hockey games. If he was at an NHL game, I don't think he'd be sitting here watching our stream and chatting in the chat.
Is he in Vancouver or Scott? Are you in Calgary or Vancouver?
He's in
Calgary.
Calgary.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. Talk to him about the Flames. Al McInnes, legend of the
You mean
Flames.
Calgary?
Calgary
But
Flames. Tyrone Fleury, Al McInnes.
Joe McGinley.
yeah, so I mean, so going on for this particular game here, and you know, kind of talking a little bit more about the goal that we conceded. I watched that one back too. I don't think there's anything we could have done on that one, dude. Unless you had somebody man marking that guy deep.
I have a clip if you want me to share it.
Yeah, well,
No, I think it was
not necessarily a clip, but if you got some
No,
photos,
it's a picture.
yeah,
It's a
send it
picture.
to me. I told you to send it to me.
Yeah, it was Poro's fault, Will, all day.
No, not Poro's fault. Poro was marking another guy, and then when that guy got free, he left the man he was marking to pick up the other guy.
But it was his zone.
No, it's not his zone. If he's man marking another guy in the box, it's not his zone, my bro.
But we don't do man marking, right? We do more of zonal marking. If I'm
No,
not
there's
mistaken.
in set pieces you do both zonal and man marking. It depends on who you are.
So if it's your right back, he should be covering the right side, right?
Yeah, he was covering the farthest right, deepest guy.
Exasperated.
This guy came from outside the box, running into the box unmarked. When he picked up the ball and dribbled it into, right, past where Poro was standing, Poro left the man he was marking and should have been marking to pick him up. And by then it was too late.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, by the way, I'm not a Poro critic. I hate Emerson Royal, where everybody knows. I don't want to see Emerson Royal back in the first 11. Yeah, but I'm just saying.
Stop right there, Elias.
I would rather see Emerson Royale fill in for Romero if Romero gets injured than Dyer.
Yeah.
I would not.
All day.
I would not.
All day.
You all can wish for
Elias
that,
would
but
start
it
Dyer,
ain't
though.
happening.
That's different. Elias, you would start Dyer.
Of course, no, I won't. As long as Romero and Mickey is around, I won't start Dyer. But once Mickey or Romero gets injured, I think I'll start Dyer then. Okay, even maybe not then. I would maybe try Ashley Phillips, but then after that, it's Eric Dyer. I won't start Sanchez ever or Emerson Royal.
Sanchez is gone, man. Doesn't even play for our club anymore, bro.
Yeah, so Sanchez is gone. I won't even start. I won't start Emerson Royal. He is dog shit. Like seriously.
Whoa. No, he ain't.
Yeah, Royal.
He's not dog. He's an average player. Today, though, he was the worst of the subs, but he didn't have that much time. So
Will, he's not just average player. He's a bang average player. He should play in the Sunday league. That guy.
Man, he ain't playing in the Sunday league.
All right. So let's see if I can. Yeah, that'll work. That way we can stay on screen and talk about it. I can flip between the two. Bring this up. Why is it moving around? A little funky.
What is funky thing moving around?
Share screen. All right, and we'll add that to the screen, and we'll make it Biggie Smalls. So what do we got here, Mr. Dietrich? Run us through your analysis here of the phase of play.
Okay, who is number 21 there?
Okay, so
number
when
8's the one who scored the goal, right?
Yes, this is the Sheffield's first goal.
Okay.
And my main issue, clearly we're doing like is it zonal marking? If I'm correct?
I think
So
it's
you have well, there's no zone. Like those three guys are completely unmarked there, right? So that's not necessarily zones, because if you had zonal marking, you would see the guys distributed further around.
But can you play zonal marking only one zone?
Yeah, but you see, Will, the right side.
No. Okay, so when you do zonal marking in the box, right? Like you have Sun, who's out there, right? That's going to be a zone, right? Suma's in a zone. So a zone is going to be, when you're talking about zonal marking, you're talking about the zones on the pitch. So, right, like zone 14, zone 15, zone 16, zone 17, zone 18, right? So, and then zone 14 is broken down into 6 zones as well. So you see that right here, you've got Basuma, and you guys can't see because I'm pointing. And all that does is make it move. But you've got Basuma and Sun. They're in a zone. He's just Solomon's just marking, nobody because it's that person's there in case they try to do a short corner. He can step up and mark those players. Then you come in the box. You got Madison. He's obviously man marking the dude there. And then you have Basuma, Van der Ven, Romero, and Poro, who are supposed to be holding that line there, picking up runners that are coming into the box. Kulusevski's there for support. Yeah. And then you have these 3 blokes over here in the triangle.
But you see the triangle, like the thing that scares me, why is like close to between Sun and Basuma, there's like a big space.
No, I agree with you. I think Papamatta Sarr and Kulu should be.
Even Basuma should be there. Like he's protecting.
No, not Basuma, because Basuma's there in a zone. He's zoning for the short ball, right?
But Solomon's there and Udogi's there, so he's basically useless over here.
Right, but like for me, you don't need, what is that, 7v2, right? So I think Sarr and Kulusevski should be in and amongst that triangle.
Exactly.
Right.
Yes.
That's, if I was the coach and I was reviewing this, that's what I would say, right? You guys, when you saw them in that triangle, you should have been doing it. Now, granted, if they were to pop out, number 8 is probably the last guy to get marked, right? It's going to be 10 and 6 who would be the first ones to get picked up, right? Yeah. Based on a zonal marking system. Let's go into the next. The next photo.
Okay, hold on one more thing. Go behind.
VDV had a bad game in the air.
By the way, the right hand side of Vicario is so empty. Like nobody is even taking care of it.
No, but that's fair. What scares me is like, do you see the number 9? Why is Mattis? You know that McBurney is like one of the best headers. Why is he defending and not one on Van der Ven over Romero? Why is it him?
And then VDV is going up against Gabriel, who's very good in the air for Arsenal and stuff.
Yeah, but he's a center back. He's not going to be standing outside of the box running in, right? We got done here because the ball came out to number 8, not because it came into the 6-yard box.
No. But like, he's gonna throw it long, and like nobody's like watching their man. Everyone's watching the ball. Look at their eyes. Nobody's looking at the danger, like where the triangle are.
Wow, you even draw the eyes where they are looking at.
No, it's just look. Like no one's looking at their man. No, not even one player. Even Son's looking at the ball.
No, Madison looks like he's looking at this dude.
Yeah, that's only Madison, actually. Only Madison. The rest, no.
No, Decky looks like he's got his eye on a couple.
Decky looks like he's looking at number 9's butt.
Yeah, he's not watching his mom. And if you go to the next picture...
Is his butt sexy?
Too far.
Look.
Okay.
And then when you look...
Put it out there, and you got to jump right over it. The line is there. I walk up to the line. You dive over it. You belly flop right over that line.
Yeah, and then the next play, everyone's ball watching once again, and then look at the danger. 3 men, like basically by themselves, with acres of space.
No, they're not by themselves.
No, but like there's like the ball like has been hit, and now it's coming to them, so like they can take whatever. One guy could do another header and give it to number 8, or the defender like close to Poro can just like shield him once again and give him the ball.
So the ball's right there in front of Kulusevski, right?
Yeah, it's gonna bounce over Kulusevski.
So it bounces in front of Kulusevski, right?
Yeah.
So then Kulusevski's technically in the right position. He just muffs.
Yeah, he's in the right position. But why is nobody making a run trying to block or just trying to like cover?
I mean,
Everyone
Son's
just-
doing what he's supposed to do. He's man marking that guy in that
Son is
zone.
doing his job. But look at Solomon, Bissouma, and Udogi doing nothing.
Yeah,
Even
so
Sar
if I
wasn't-
was the coach, I would be telling Udoji and Basuma at this point they should be going near post, right?
Exactly 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even Sar, why does he have his back on the defender?
I don't know why he's turning around like that.
He's showing
And
his
then the
back.
next photo. So, and this is what I was talking about earlier, right? So Kulu,
Yeah. Lost the ball.
if the ball bounced in front of Kulu, which it shouldn't, he should have never let it hit the ground, right? He should have
Yeah.
been doing that. He should have turned faster. I'd have to watch it back, which I might do again.
Do you remember on the watch along?
But
I
this is
said
not
blame
Poro's
Kulu?
fault at all.
No. But this is. Do you remember when I said on stream I blame Kulu because like he let the ball bounce and should have not,
No.
Yeah.
and then like he has a clear chance and like amazing finish. But like, why is it 2-on-3 in this situation?
I don't know, especially when it was like 7-on-2 before the set piece happened.
Yeah. It goes from a 7-on-2 to 3-on-2.
I just
in
think
one-
maybe that it comes down to losing focus and maybe being a little bit lazy. So like
Yes.
if you think about all the set pieces up to this point, we had pretty much handled them without a problem, right? Without a hitch.
100%. Yeah.
And so I think that maybe got a little bit lazy. We're worried more about scoring a goal, right? Transitioning than they were of taking care of the moment. That can happen, especially when you've dominated a game offensively so bad that you're frustrated that you haven't scored yet. You know what I mean? Like, I think that makes
Yeah.
psychological sense.
They're just like, okay, let's just get over this set piece so that we can
Yeah.
go forward again.
So we can get back the other way, yeah. And they just kind of shut off for a moment because you don't go from that big of a number advantage, and going back to the first photo here, it does. This is a question. Like if I was Postecoglou, I'd be asking, why is there nobody with any of these guys? Like there doesn't have to be a guy with everybody. But Kulu should be following, running in, right? Like if I was playing a zone man marking, I would have the guys, the wide players, your strikers, your wingers out here in the edge of the 18-yard box, right? Marking these guys. Then you have your defensive line in a solid line like they are, right?
Like Madison should be like close to the penalty box.
I don't know if it's because if I'm very old school, basic, tactical, because all I've got is a grassroots license, right? Grassroots license. When I set up my team to do set pieces, I always have a guy near post and I always have a guy far post. It's just like a thing that you do. You just do it.
But that was a throw-in, so you're not gonna say it's a set piece.
I mean, but if he's a long thrower,
Yeah,
and they're
but like
set
he
up.
should-
They're set up to mark like a set piece, right? Obviously they knew the guy was going to make a long throw because of the way things were lined up.
Yeah, but if he makes that long throw, why is everyone like inside the goalie's box? Might as well just stay close to the penalty. You don't have to stay inside. Like the danger like isn't there. The main danger is like the triangle. If you look like
Yeah. No, I mean they're set up like they would for a corner kick, right? Maybe because they think that's the deepest the guy's going to throw. Maybe they misjudged that because he basically threw it over the top of 60% of our entire team, right? So
he brought it to McBurn. Like that was his target man was number 9 of Sheffield. He brought it all the way over there.
yeah, but with my teams, with kids and stuff like that, I don't ever try to do real zonal marking. The only guys I have in a zone are I'll have a guy near post and a guy far post, and then I just have everybody else mark a man. Yeah, so I don't know. But I guess you could maybe put a little bit of blame on Kulu. I mean, he should have been. I think there should have been. I think Sar should have been out here tracking runners. I think Kulu should have been maybe closer to number 10. There shouldn't. I don't think there should be. Let's see. Looking at the size of the grass patterns to the 18-yard box, 18 divided by 3. Yeah.
Too many players in the penalty box. No, in the box, goalie's box. Way too many.
I mean, it looks like it's about 6 yards, but not 6 yards exactly. Maybe 5 yards, maybe, by the grass patterns, or that last grass pattern is a little bit longer because it extends.
I just think Basuma and Udogi are just being useless in this situation. Like Solomon, is good enough to just.
Well, I mean, if the throw
himself.
happens to not make it that far, then he's not in a useless position, right? Like, I don't have a problem with Brasuma's at, but Papamanasar and Kulusevski, I think, are too narrow and too tight to that defensive line when there's only 2 guys standing there, right? Because you're not going to get a whip. You're not going to get any curl. Like, I was thinking it was corner kick. So you're right. If this is a throw, because in a corner kick, it can come close to the goal. It can curl out. But if there's not any curl, then you need to be closer to the men for sure.
No. And even if you look closely, one of them is offside.
Yeah,
one of the center backs. The Sheffield guy close to, I think it's Sar, is offside. So
there's no offsides on a throw-in, man.
Oh, true. I'm an idiot. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah.
No offsides on the throat.
Yeah.
Before.
Oh wow! So offsides on the.
No, it's true. Yeah, he's right.
Yeah, no offsides on a throw. There's no offsides on a throw-in. There's no offsides on a
back pass
kickoff.
on the other.
Yeah, so let's just say, Will, if the throw straight away goes into the goal, is it counted as a goal?
No,
I think it's indirect play, so it has to touch somebody, I think. But
like if it touches the goalie and goes in, that's a goal. But like by itself, no.
Yeah. Yips. But no, I mean that could be arguable that maybe they could have done. Kulusevski could have done, but I think Sar and Kulu from the setup are semi-responsible, and I don't think Papamanasar moves at all. Let's run through this again real quick just to see. Papamanasar still standing. He's taken a step forward, turned around backwards. I guess he jumped, and then he's still standing there, even in this. Like literally in the exact same spot from each one. Same spot. You know. But I don't know. You guys asleep?
No, I'm here.
I'm eating.
I need to eat
I'm
soon.
pretty tired though. I had to wake up at early to watch the game. It's not 4 a.m. early anymore. But we have the last all the games that we've had so far have been early games. So I've been waking up, whether it be 4 a.m. and just staying up through the night, or just or waking up at 4 a.m. or something, or it's 6 or 7 a.m. I'm so tired.
Well, Arsenal will be at
me
6
too.
a.m. Arsenal will be 6 a.m. for you.
Yeah.
Ask me. The games here are so
6.
late, 1 a.m., 12 a.m.
At least they're not 7:30.
I would rather it be because I'm a night owl. I would much rather it be 12 a.m. or something.
I don't like.
The Luton will.
No,
Me too.
waking up at 4 a.m. or 3:30 a.m. That's horrible. Or
See, I just stay up till 4:30 a.m. That's what I would do. Being a night owl that I am, I just stay up and then go to bed after. What I hate waking up is 7, because 7 is too late to stay up, and it's too early to get up.
Yeah, I do that too. Sometimes I do just stay up for the 4 4 a.m. one. But yeah, no, it's always like 4 a.m., 7 a.m. I'm just so tired. 6 a.m. So today I woke up early for the game, watched the game, and then I got on a flight, and then I went to the market and did all this stuff, and so I'm so tired. Which gives me a point. What was I gonna say? What?
Where you went to?
Well, I was gonna say that there's some guy in the chat. Was it yesterday or the other day or something? That was going at it with Will, and I mean, I'm not gonna go and repeat you guys' argument because I don't really care about that argument. But he was making this comment that I kind of latched onto about how he was saying that him being he was born into being a Spurs fan.
Oh, AJ yesterday in the Friday show.
Yeah, he was he didn't pick it, and which makes it kind of made he implied that makes him more passionate about it because he didn't pick it. I was like, excuse me, I am passionate. I wake up at a god awful hour repeatedly to watch these fucking games. If anybody
his whole argument
early as fuck to watch these games, and I'm tired, and I still do it.
No, but people forget that actually, if anyone goes to the UK to watch a game, it costs more than a season ticket. And even watching the games for subscription in North America, it's actually
costs
really
as much.
expensive.
Yeah.
It costs as much
maybe
as
not in
season
Canada
ticket.
because you guys can subscribe to one thing and watch all the games.
No,
we have to subscribe.
No, it's not true.
That changed this year for you? It used to be you could just subscribe to DAZN and boom, it was done.
No, DAZN is Champions League, football is Prem, Sportsnet is
Cup
FA
games.
Cup, and DAZN is League Cup. So you have to buy 3 subscriptions.
That's how it is for us. We have, and they even screw us on the Premier League, right? So because you have to subscribe to Peacock, you have to have a cable subscription to watch USA. And then some of the games are on local TV. So if you have a cable provider or a TV streamer that doesn't get local channels, you got to get one that does. And those packages cost $60, $70 a month.
There's 3 packages. I have
3 packages just to watch the Premier League. Then you got to have Paramount Plus for Champions League. And you got to have ESPN for all the cup games. So 5.
Cable.
Is similar for me as well. I think for our cable is one that has the Astro Super Sport license and all that for the Premier League.
Doesn't work here, my man.
Then you need to have some other that Android box and all that for the Champions League, and then you need to subscribe to ESPN for the cups.
Now I do have an app called it starts with a V. It's called why am I not mentioning it? Dragon TV. If I'm desperate, if I'm traveling out, say Mexico and stuff, and I watch Dragon TV, which gives me basically any game.
Mari, if you just buy a VPN and you already have a Paramount Plus subscription, all the games, Champions League, everything's all on Paramount Plus in Mexico.
Oh, okay.
But us, football TV, it blocks VPN.
Because
yeah.
But the only thing is, it's a delay. It's maybe a 5-minute delay of the game on that Drogon TV. That's how I'm able to see some of the other smaller leagues. But for YouTube TV, I pay for South American coverage because I watch Boca Juniors, and I watch Copa Libertadores, which is the Champions League in the South, and then.
Sure, mate.
Yeah. See, Paramount Plus here.
Jess, how can I get in touch with you?
Talk to TJ.
TJ, talk to TJ. He's gonna come on Thursday, so you gotta talk to TJ because he doesn't have
minerals in the woods.
He doesn't have WhatsApp. So you gotta talk to TJ.
TJ is his secretary or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Okay, I'll speak to your secretary then.
Wait, how much is Peacock?
$5, $5.99.
You just need to buy a P and a call.
Yeah.
Us for 1 month? No, 1 year.
No, $5.99 a month.
It's like 200 US.
Okay, I tell you guys a secret.
Yeah.
I
I'm
tell
not
you
even
guys a
lying.
secret. I tell you guys a secret. Just get a VPN and go to like this Malaysian website called Shopee.
Look.
And on Shopee, you can buy all these packages very cheap, like 5 ringgit, £1, and that kind of thing.
Now, I watched the game in Mexico on their channel, TD. I have watched some of the Premier League games on their main channel in Mexico City. Where are you, Andres, in Mexico? Because I go to Mexico City a lot. I'm going in 2 weeks. Like I said, I usually use Droga on TV to watch.
Is that when you're popping the big question?
Yeah.
All right, guys. We got to bring in the next guest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bring him on the show, Will. Oh, go. Yeah. You know it. King of the Woods. Minerals FC. Running to the mud. Racing to the sky. Rolex on his wrist. You know he gets you in a twist. Bring him to the show, Will. Bring him to the show, Will. Bring him to the show.
Oi. Let's have it right. Up the minerals FC, bruv. And yeah, man. Glad to be here, man. I was just waiting behind, innit? I just had to mad the wrong ones before I come on here on Twitter, and it was so good.
Who did you mud on Twitter?
I mean, the agenda merchants, the wrong ones, you know, the United fans that want Tenag out. You know what I mean? All the mugs in the game, Fabrizio, all of them, they're in the woods. You know what I mean? No brown envelopes here. You know what I mean?
Fabrizio hit the woods. Why?
No brown envelope. Yeah, Fabrizio's a brown envelope. You guys
Who isn't a brown envelope?
All of us.
Me. I'm not a brown envelope. I kill brown envelopes. I ask the will. I tell you one thing.
I'm brown, by the way, but I'm not an envelope. Yeah. Let's have it right.
God brought me in this world to land more minerals and muddle the wrong ones and kill all
Boy,
the
you
brown
brought that
envelopes.
from Johnny Minerals, man. That's a Johnny Mineral phrase, man.
He's got the minerals.
Yeah, Minerals likes Johnny Minerals.
No, I just wonder, like, does Johnny Minerals has like a gang or something that he has where
No, he says his own thing, but like he has his cult, and Minerals is one of them.
So they have like this group that goes around landing the minerals, is it?
Yeah.
Exactly. We muddle the wrong ones, man. And Elias, you're part of it, you know. Join the community too.
Look at his face.
I thought I froze for a second.
No.
The brown envelopes took him, man.
Sorry. The brown envelopes got on my internet, I think so. Yeah. What were you saying? How am I part of it? How am I part of it?
You know, you go on Twitter and join his community. You know what I mean? That's the minerals consortium.
Oh, okay. So you're saying I'm part of Minerals FC, not the wrong side or brown envelopes.
Yeah,
Okay.
bro.
That's better.
God brought me in this life to muddle the wrong ends and the brown envelopes, man.
Yep, that's what I do as well. But I don't think that's the reason why God brought me on. There were some other reasons as well.
Hey, Pano, raise your hand if you're the minerals generals. Raise your hand.
Elias, answer Jazz.
Jazz is doing what? Saturday evening from 5 to 9 p.m. Yeah, that's a good time.
No, there's commentary on Peacock. There's a question that. So if you guys could bring back one ex-player from the Premier League era, who would you bring back and why? Mari, if you could bring back any Spurs player.
Wait, but like bring back in their prime?
Yeah.
Hurricane. Of course, Hurricane.
Nah, that's from their prime to this team. Oh
Kyle
my goodness!
Kyle Walker.
I'm talking. Yeah. I was thinking that Kyle Walker or Gareth Bale.
I have a better one.
Berbatov. Actually, we need a striker. I would bring Berbatov.
I would bring Luka Modric to this team with Madison and Bissouma.
I would bring.
I would bring
Berbatov. We need someone up top. Berbatov.
Well, I mean, technically, you could bring back Kane, right? 'Cause he's an ex-player. So.
Yeah, but that
Sol Campbell for me.
Oh, pissed off.
Oh man. Hey man, big up Sol
Are you
Campbell,
trying
bro.
to
General. Let's have it right.
You're the man that you're trying to get more. So careful.
I'm just being
imagine Moussa Dembele with Bissouma.
Yeah, Dembele.
Guys. Imagine Sol Campbell with Romero. Imagine Sol Campbell with Romero. What a
More
partnership.
minnows, man.
I'd go.
Yeah. I know he was Judas and all that, but he was a class center back, guys.
Yeah,
I don't think he was. No, I don't like when people call him Judas. Like he did the right thing, which was leave because the club didn't take it seriously. I don't blame him. I actually don't.
I do.
That's because Dietrich's narrative is I don't blame anybody that leaves because the club doesn't take it seriously. Because my beloved Kane left and I can't love him right now.
No. There's a difference. Kane never said I want to leave. People said I'm gonna kick you out of this club. He never said I want to leave.
I bring back one person that is Toby Alderweireld.
Toby, man.
Why not Sol Campbell, Kyle?
Fuck Sol Campbell, man. You know you're not allowed to mention that name. Ben and Slim will not have it. They're gonna tie you off, man.
They're gonna cancel your box. But Kyle, you gotta admit it, man.
Kyle's gonna rat you out, Elias.
Sol Campbell was the minerals general, bro. Let's have it right. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, he was a good center back. Imagine him and Romero. Just imagine that he comes back and he never.
I would rather have Jan Vertonghen, to be honest with you. Jan Vertonghen, Romero.
No, Toby.
If I could only have one.
Toby was a better center back.
Toby's on the right, though. He's not left. Jan Vertonghen on the left, better than Van der Ven. Come on now. Prime Vertonghen versus Van der Ven. Like, Van der Ven's good. I like to take Prime Vertonghen all day.
No, but like if you look like Ledley King,
he scored
Ledley King was better.
Great goals, including 2 against Arsenal.
Okay, Ledley King before his knees went out. Yeah, I could see that.
He's only got one name. He's better.
I have another one. Carrick was one hell of a midfielder. Michael Carrick. Carrick was a bad man.
He was another minerals general, man. You know what I mean?
He was a bad man.
So for me, it would either be Vertonghen, Bale,
Sol Campbell.
No.
No, fuck Sol Campbell, man.
The minerals, man. Drinking the minerals.
Next question for the show is question for: even though the Queen is now resting peacefully, do you think Mari is still choking his chicken thing about the poor old girl?
Oh
my god!
Well, by the way, what's this thing about Queen and the poor old girl? What's that? Like the other day, Stell was talking about it.
Don't worry about it, Elias.
You're
good.
I don't know what any of that means.
Let me shake my magic 8 ball. Signs point to yes. There you go.
No, by the way, what's the thing about this?
No, forget about it. Don't worry.
No, I want to know.
No, don't worry about it. It's an old inside joke that if I tell you, you're gonna latch onto it, and we'll hear about it for the rest of the show.
No, I promise I won't latch onto it.
No, after. No.
All right, so moving on.
After.
So I will finish it within 10 minutes. I'll finish it.
No, Elias, we're moving on.
No. Mari, what's the joke?
It's not even a joke, man. Like Mari said on stream one time that the Queen was hot for her age. That's it. Done. Over.
Oh yeah, she was hot for her age. I'm not gonna lie. She was.
Okay, boom, done. Let's move on now. You know the context. Let's go.
Alas, bro, don't get sent to the woods.
Big up the queen, by the way.
Yeah, man, big up the queen, man. You know what I mean? Minerals, man. She had the red minerals, man. Let's have it right.
R.I.P.
Man.
God save the queen.
Yeah, man, God save the queen, man. I was saying, yeah, lads, I was saying, do any of you panel believe that you're minerals generals like me?
We all are. Well, most of us anyway.
Are you a minerals general, Kyle?
Of course.
Yeah,
But it was Murray.
General.
Kyle's minerals general, dude. He'll go out. You tweet the wrong thing on Twitter, dude. He's all up your backside with that one.
He mud the wrong ones, like really mud them, seriously.
Maury, could you contact Iggy and tell him 5-1?
Contact who?
Still already did.
Iggy for 5-1.
Still already did.
Where's Iggy, man? Iggy's in the woods.
Iggy's
man.
asleep, dude. Iggy's asleep.
Deserves to be mudded. Another one. I love mudding Iggy, man.
How many I don't know. Are you guys having a person? Are you asking how many goals?
Oh,
Grief
no,
scored total like 300 something.
It was 200.
So that was in the league in all comps, and then before the Premier League started, it was more than that.
I was 266.
With Daniel E. He's having a chat with him.
Yeah, by the way, what is he saying? Q for Elias.
268 for Spurs. And then total goals as a person. 268 for Spurs. And then for his entire career, he had 357 goals in 516 matches. That is a crap ton of goals.
But nobody like actually answered. Like you have to name one player. Me, I said Modric. You guys, one player.
And me, I said Mido for Spurs. I liked him, you know.
You know, Jimmy Greaves has the most first team goals or first division goals of any player in England.
Yeah, it's madness. Dietrich, I was saying. I'll bring back like Mahmoud Hassan Mido for Spurs. I did like him.
We didn't have too many like superstars at Spurs.
Well, we had so many. We had
No, if you look
we
at
had
Arsenal, like they had like pure like superstars. We didn't have like that many.
Yeah, because Spurs were crap. That's why.
No, he had more. Oh yeah, more not all time for Spurs, but if you mean like all time first division goals for any player who's played for Spurs, then yeah, Jimmy Greaves is the most.
Kane broke the record. Kane is now Tottenham's all-time record goal scorer.
Kane's at Tottenham. Kane has scored the most goals at Tottenham.
Yeah, that's what
but Greaves scored more goals than Harry Kane has scored goals, right?
Not for Tottenham though.
Not for Tottenham, but I mean in his whole career.
Yeah. Bryce, you are distracting me. Stop.
Dietrich said Dembele.
He scored 124 goals for Chelsea, 9 for AC Milan, 268 for Tottenham, 13 for West Ham, 20 for Chelmsford City, 16 for Barnet.
Damn it, he played for 2 London rivals, Jimmy Greaves.
Yeah.
He came from the Chelsea Academy as well.
And then this is just a senior career. He scored 402 goals and 600 appearances in all competitions. It's insane.
At least he scored more goals for Tottenham than at Chelsea, though. So, big up, Jimmy.
It was easier to score goals back then than now.
I would say
maybe not.
It was like there was no formation, no tactics, no nothing.
Yeah,
it was like
and people are scoring with their hands. Will don't forget that.
Maradona, the hand of God in the World Cup.
And there was no cameras as well. So
there was no even the what's it called, the linesmen, like they didn't exist during that time.
Yeah, but I mean, I think a player like
Offsides.
like if you're looking like old school, I think Dixie Dean was probably the best.
60 goals in a season.
Yeah,
What
I mean,
kind
the dude his goals per game ratio is like almost double what Greaves was.
You remember Clive
Wow.
Allen got 49 goals in a season?
Spurs.
Will,
Yeah.
Haaland would break that record.
Will,
Just
you
wait
mean
for Haaland.
Will, you meant Dixie Dean?
That's what I said. Dixie Dean.
Everton guy.
No, he's making a joke.
Mm.
Then why did he just repeat what I said? That doesn't make sense.
No,
Yeah,
he wanted to say
You
Dix.
meant Dixie Dean?
He said
Mhm.
Dixie Dean. Didn't you hear it?
Yep, I heard it.
The joke doesn't work when you're talking, Elias. DICKS sounds the exact same as DIXIE, bro.
Oh, okay, yeah.
you can't make that joke speaking.
You never learn Elias, do you?
See, if Bryce writes it, it makes sense, right? If you say it, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, but I said it like this: Dixie Dean.
Yeah, but even if you were to slow down DIXIE, it would still be Dixie Dean.
Will, man.
Ooh, Spurs
I'm not
U
giving him
is
credit.
is speaking fighting words for Mari of talking about how
Who?
Argentina should have their World Cup taken away.
What?
Who?
Yeah, I see Mari just perked up.
Argentina should have the World Cup taken.
Oh,
But
Spurs U.
nah.
Oh, what? Oh, you smoking something. You
Yeah,
s-
the Maradona. Yeah, I was like, Mari, those are fighting words for Mari.
He's joking. He's Patrick.
No, but even if Maradona was alive, he'd still want them to win.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, man.
I said this on Salva's 24-hour stream because we were talking about the 90s, and I was saying it's interesting. This Argentina team is not like the Argentina teams I watched growing up. They were very offensively talented and focused. Defense was our weak point. This has to be the most pragmatic Argentina team ever, in my memory. Pragmatic and messy.
Yeah, bro. A lot of DMs like Rodrigo De Paul, you know.
It's not the Batistuta, Ariel Ortega, team, of the 90s.
Speaking of the Argentina team and mudding the Rottens, last season, all of the there was a bunch of fans, not all the fans, but there were a bunch of fans that were coming at Romero hard. You guys remember this? Saying that he was not Spurs, that he wasn't fighting for the badge, and all this shit. And now they're like, I want him to be before he was named vice captain. They were like, oh, I want him to be captain. Oh my, they're like, oh my gosh, our vice captain. Oh, he fights hard for Spurs. I was like, wait a minute. Last season, you were abusing him, saying that he didn't care about Spurs. I was like, this is such bullshit. I was defending him on streams passion. I was.
Flip-flops.
Who was that? Who was that?
Who was what?
Who are you talking about? He wasn't paying attention. He's asking who you're talking about.
Because I went to kitchen to grab a glass of water.
Oh, Elias, man.
Remember the abuse I was getting defending Romero all year, last season? I remember.
Mari, you remember? I was defending him.
Yeah. I
and
know.
now all these guys are, he loves Spurs so much. Oh, our vice captain. I was like, they wanted him to be captain. They were like, oh, Romero would be my pick for captain. I was like, really? Last season, you were abusing him, talking shit about how he didn't care about Spurs.
Mari, are you engaged yet, or does Bryce still have time to win your heart?
Yes, 2 weeks, 2 more weeks.
Oh,
Do-
man.
I
Brian,
haven't
you got two
scheduled
more
my
weeks.
flight. I haven't scheduled my flight because of the hurricane. They canceled my not canceled my flight, but the flight was basically canceled, and I had an important meeting to get back into town, and so it was just like, okay, let me just push it off. When you live in Florida and it's the summertime, you know, even with insurance, you have to hope a hurricane.
Greaves had like, sorry,
No,
had a
just
hurricane.
hope a hurricane doesn't mess up your plans and stuff. So
Yeah, it's there's one brewing. It looks like down south. It won't hit Mexico though. It'll hit Florida most likely. And yeah, so Greaves had about a 0.8 goal per game ratio, and Batson had like 0.6 something, 0.6.
I see.
And then Dixie Dean, yeah, that's just crazy. 383 goals and 433 assists. That's insane. And 37 hat tricks.
Bro, he was scoring with his hands, man.
Okay, now I'm gonna do a hot take, and maybe Mari might get mad, but I don't even understand, other than the World Cup victories, I don't understand why Maradona's even in the same conversation as Messi.
Maradona. First of all, Maradona played in the era. He makes love to the football. He makes love to it. Everybody's seen the famous video he does in the beginning of the game to calm down the team. Maradona played at a time where they really took out your knees, they took out your legs. One of the biggest feats that, because people bring up Argentina winning the World Cup, is Napoli, and you saw the tears of Napoli fans celebrating. For him to bring Napoli to 2 Serie A titles in an era when AC Milan and Juventus dominated Italian football is seen as big as winning the Euro. At that time, they have Champions League, they had European Championship. It was seen just as big, and so what Maradona was to Napoli, Argentina at the time, to the world, was just really great, and that's why people, had him behind Pele. Some people had him above Pele because of just the era, because Pele played 50s, late 50s, 60s, and 70s.
Yeah, but I mean, Messi scored like 3 times as many goals as Maradona.
No, he did, but scored
for both club and country.
But people would tell you back then. I put Messi above Maradona now. I have him above, but back then it was a bit harder to score. I guess score goals. It was a bit more.
Not if guys were scoring 380 something goals in 400 games.
Yeah, no, I just saw Dizzy Dean, and I don't know who's playing, but Serie A, the Italians known for defense. The Serie A was very, defensive. So if you scored 15 goals a season, or 16, that's looked as a big accomplishment.
But he only scored like 80 goals for Napoli, though, right? And I mean, most of his goals came from his time in Argentina, playing in the Argentina league, right? Playing for Boca Junior and playing for Argentinos Juniors, right?
Yeah, and Boca is one of the biggest, not South America team, but world recognized, and then of course Argentina, man, 2 World Cups back to back. Lost to Germany, they cheated. No, just kidding. But and then in '94, good team, but his downfall, took some drugs, they failed the test, got kicked out, so it's, Maradona on the field, very, very talented. Will never have the numbers. I don't think players of the past will have the numbers that people have now, minus Dizzy Dean. But also,
hold on.
Maradona was a charismatic leader in the sense of even more than Pele. Like the guy,
he's a character for sure, right?
Yeah,
like a personality.
He was invited to Cuba. He was invited. So I don't agree with all his politics, but that's how influential he was. Some Brazilians that I know thought he was more vocal than Pele in their own country with the corruption. because that was Diego Maradona. I advise people to watch the documentary by Lineker. Lineker did a documentary, a great documentary on Maradona, and follows him to Argentina. About he was bigger than football. Like, he was bigger than football. You know, Biden mentioned him because he's met presidents. He was more charismatic, I think, than Pele. Pele was very PR guy. He was the PR guy, legend. You know, FIFA loved Pele more than Maradona, because Maradona called out the corruption of FIFA before they caught FIFA. Maradona also, you know, like I said, people think he was a Marxist, communist, whatever. So, like I said, I don't really agree with his politics, but he was very charismatic.
Wait, hold on. I want to kind of go back a little bit to something that you were saying. So you said that you feel like it was harder to score goals before than it is now? Because I know it's a different league, but if you look at like the Premier League, like it was like the numbers, the goal, like if you look at like Golden Boot, like how many goals to get the Golden Boot, it was so much higher before. And then it went into like a huge slump over the last 7 years or something, 6 years or whatever, and then and now it's like come up again with like Holland coming in, but like the numbers were so much bigger in the goal amounts before.
Yeah, so like in the early 1900s, you're looking at like 38, 30, 32, 35, 37, 38, 43, 37, 43, 60, right? Dixie Dean scored 60 in one season for Everton. 49,
yeah,
44, 35. So yeah, it's obviously it was higher.
Yeah, right? That's what I mean.
The Serie A is like I said, more different league, almost like the French league, a bit more defensive, more focus on the defensive. So the offensive numbers of the Premier League at that time probably would not compare to Serie A at that time. So it's like different leagues, especially back then than now. And then to question Daniel E, I didn't say he won an European Cup, but I'm just saying the feat of Napoli winning a Serie A is almost equivalent of winning European Cup for historians, because Napoli, if you ever been, I lived in Napoli, right? Against the powerful Milan, Rome, the North. For a team from the South to win a Serie A is extremely hard.
Don't even speak Italian, man. Stop waffling, man.
The South is really, really poor in Italy. Like,
exactly, the South is poor, like Fiorentina and all that, and Roma. Yeah. Poor.
Florence is in the north. In the south, that's where you got the mafia that came out of because of poverty in the south, and so
and the likes of in Rome and all that.
Yeah. If you go to Italy, you almost see there's two different like that's why I tell people to travel, be cultured, because you go to Spain, there's different parts of Spain, Catalonia, the Basque, like same thing with Italy. You go even United States, you have different parts of the country, and it's the same thing with Italy. For Napoli to win Serie A, especially at that time when the economy,
they were a relegation team, right?
Yeah,
at the time
it was. And then also too, in 1990, remember, Maradona tried to get people in the South to boo against Italy, because remember the World Cup was in Italy, and remember there was tensions between the North and the South. Now, eventually, people in the South say, "All right, we have to root for Italy in the World Cup because it's Italy." Yeah, but that's how serious it got, because Maradona was almost a spokesperson for Southern Italy, saying, "Hey, look, I understand your struggle. The government doesn't care about the South. They want us to be economically poor. They don't care about stopping the mafia violence that's in the South. So, there is, this is why Maradona almost is like bigger than life, because he put himself out in regards to the politics and spoke about the injustices that were.
Yeah, but I'm not worried about that. Doesn't make a GOAT for me, right? Like none of that is applicable as far as what happens on the pitch. Like I don't care about a guy's politics. I mean, Marty is correct that the what do they call that in Italy? The cappuccino, the Kappa Canary or something like that. The top goal scorer. The goals around that time around Maradona were between 25 and 18, so 15. The low being 15, the high being 25, so the mean you could say was around 20. Maradona got the Golden Boot once when he was in Italy. He got 15 in the 87-88 season. So I mean, I guess you could say it was a little bit harder in Serie A to score goals, maybe numbers wise, but I mean, still.
I have Messi better than Maradona, but like I said, this is where the numbers that you have when you see Maradona play and his influence on the team, both Napoli, Argentina, most of the teams he's played, he controlled the game. Almost like what I tell people about Messi Ronaldo debate. When Ronaldo's not scoring, he's almost no use for his team. Whereas Messi, what makes Messi so great is Messi doesn't even have to score. He still impacts the game. He's assisting or just to control the tempo of the game. And that's what, for me, like Messi is the GOAT, because of that ability to say, I don't even have to score. I'm still going to be influential in this game. Win or lose, he's going to impact the game. So that's why I have Messi as
I mean, just on the pitch, he's done things that nobody's ever seen. The amount of goals and assists that the goal contributions from that guy, I think can't even be matched. Like I think Cristiano Ronaldo might have more goals total, but goal contributions, I think Messi's the
like G
winner.
and stuff like
He's played more years and more games than Messi, and Messi's right behind him in goals. Actually, has a higher goal average than Ronaldo. His what do you call that stat?
Ratio.
The goal ratio.
Ronaldo has 851 goals. Messi has 819 in all competitions. Messi has 361 assists to Ronaldo's 241. So he's only 32 behind him in goals and over 120 higher than Ronaldo in assists. So goal contributions.
In less games. And less seasons.
Yeah, about 100 less games.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I mean, it's closer without USA Saudi, but not a whole lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, by the way, what are these people saying that John Cruyff is like the inventor of this modern DNA of attacking football? What?
Johan Cruyff.
Johan Cruyff.
You don't know who Johan Cruyff is, my man?
I don't know how to pronounce it.
He's a legend. He created what would be
he's this total football concept, right?
Total football, didn't it?
Yeah, the modern concept of tiki-taka, blah, 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 right? So,
football,
yeah, Johan Cruyff is like the inventor of modern, the modern way that football's played. Not just as a player, but as a coach as well.
As a coach as well for Barca and Ajax. All them Champions Leagues, the one and all that. Bro, Elias, know your history, man. Before you liked football.
Watch some documentaries on Johan Cruyff.
Yeah. No, I've seen one.
I'm going to watch the Wrexham one first.
Who cares about Wrexham, man?
Excuse me, C-Cubed is still around. How dare you say that?
Yes, I am. Still around.
Come on, man. Cubed. The train, man. Why are you following that train, man? It's weird, man.
What? Say that again?
Why are you following the Wrexham train, man?
Why am I following the Wrexham train? Wrexham is great. I like an underdog story.
Yeah.
Come on.
Just like Eric Dyer, right?
No, that's not an
God,
underdog
man.
story. That's a failure.
Yeah, it is, man.
That's not an underdog story. Dyer is not an underdog. Dyer had all the opportunity in the world, which he just like threw away. Okay, that's a different story.
That is a long way from Starbucks.
No, Wrexham. I love being. I mean, I'm American. We like scrappy underdog stories, and it's a great narrative. And so I like Wrexham. And plus, I'm a big geek, so I love me some Deadpool.
Oh,
I see.
Another Leo fanboy in the chat, man. Disgusting.
So I mean, if this just depends on how you dish it out, right? So if you're going to like all-time club goals in Europe, right? So just for club goals, Messi actually has more club goals than Ronaldo.
In Europe.
704 to 701, and he's got 100 more assists. All-time league goals. You're talking. They're separated by like 20. All-time league goals just in Europe. If you're talking about it, they're only 2 apart. You know what I mean? So I mean, it's tough for people that don't know. All-time top 5 league goals. Messi actually has 1 more goal than Ronaldo.
Yeah.
If you there's a good website. It's called Messi vs Ronaldo.app, and Scotty's in the house. Big up, Scotty.
Scott.
Just here for a minute, just to show Dietrich what a real fan does.
Woohoo!
Whoa! There you go, Dietrich. Rod. Enjoy, everyone. Love you. Sorry, I can't stay.
Hold up. Wait. We got 2 people who are shameless in here. Dietrich and Scott. Actually, where's Dietrich?
Dietrich's left.
Oh, I didn't see that. Sorry. I wish I could stay. I was hoping he was here, but
no. Elias asked who Johan Cruyff was, and Dietrich got pissed off and left the stream.
No, he left even before that, Will. Come on, don't lie. He left way before that time.
All right. Good to talk to everyone. Sorry I could only had to run.
91.
No problem.
My
Thanks for
negative
coming
brother.
91.
Somebody was saying that I
91,
must be Scott's brother. in another chat, they said
It's
that I'm
possible,
his
man.
brother.
Harry Kane jersey. Oh my goodness.
But wait, how can
Shameless.
you be Scott's brother?
Shameless.
I mean, if you're a Bayern Munich fan, I have
Scott-
Dortmund
Scott
jerseys,
has
but
Dortmund.
I'm not a Bayern Munich fan. So
I have Arsenal and Chelsea jerseys, by the way.
Shameless.
yeah, we know, Elias. It's because you're a wrongin.
Harry Kane.
What do you
Oh,
mean?
wow.
The fact
It's
that
not
you're a
my-
Spurs
it's-
fan and you own an
Because-
Arsenal and Chelsea jersey means you're a
Because my
wrongin.
brothers, because my brothers follow those clubs.
Then they're not yours.
They're not
Yeah, but we all
That's
share
disgusting,
our
man.
They've
That's
got
No,
the
we all-
minerals. Do you know what
we
I
all
mean?
share our
They've
jerseys
got the
and all
minerals
that
if they
stuff
support
sometimes.
Arsenal.
I'm just
We all
shaking
share
my
our-
head.
Why
I'm
would you
just-
share
Okay,
jerseys?
if you're in a different league, like that's like okay in my like if you have your team that's in the Prem and then you have a kit for them, and then a team that's in Serie A and you got a kit for them, that's fine, or in the case of me, like I like Wrexham, but Wrexham is way off from Spurs. Totally different. It's
It's a
Yeah,
different
right.
league. There's nothing wrong with that.
yeah, so it's
different.
not
I get
so
that, but
totally different. But if you
Just to
are
annoy you,
having
yeah.
Arsenal and Chelsea kits, and they're
It doesn't
That's
belong
not
to
cool.
me. It doesn't belong to me. It's my brothers. Sometimes I just wear them for fun on streams.
oh my god,
my days. But bro, well, just to annoy Cube,
I wouldn't be caught dead in an Arsenal
we hate Wrexham.
or
We
Chelsea
hate
kit.
Wrexham. We hate Wrexham. We hate Wrexham. We hate Wrexham. I love it, man.
Yeah, but Elias, if my brothers, I have a brother. If I still lived with my brothers, I have 2 brothers. If my brothers had Arsenal and Chelsea jerseys, I would piss on them and then throw them in their closet, so their whole closet started to smell like dried piss.
I cannot do that because sometimes I borrow like with blazers and all that from them as well. So I can't do that. We sometimes
Well, you
I
don't
borrow-
you don't need to
I bor-
wear it though. Like if you were to not piss on it, okay, fine, whatever. But like you are actually saying that you go on and you wear it sometimes for fun. No,
Yeah, just
no.
for fun.
I would piss on it and then blame it on the cat.
Yeah.
Oh God. Oh, Will, if I had the Spurs shirt and United or something like that, I'd piss on
You-
them, yeah, and then burn it, yeah, and send it to the woods.
Yeah. If it wasn't mine, I don't know if I'd burn it, but I'd definitely piss
By
on
the
it.
way, I don't hate teams like the way you guys do. I'm like, yeah, I hate Arsenal and Chelsea, but not to the extent that I'll burn their kid off or all that.
I will burn it with the bonfire.
I
But like,
can't burn.
I'm burning those jerseys.
My parents would be mad if I do that to my brother's clothes.
Yeah, because you'd be wasting their money. You know what I mean?
Hey, I'm
Oh.
not burning anything. I'm just saying, like, I wouldn't be caught dead
Mind the
wearing
waste.
it, though. I would not be wearing that.
Especially
shit.
on
You're
a
wearing
stream,
it.
Elias.
I know you wear it.
Well,
but
I
no.
wore it on Bob's stream only like once, and I think
No,
once on
I would
Dan's
not
stream.
wear it. I
You
would
got cussed
not wear
out.
It was just
You know what
it was just
What kid did you wear?
He wore an
It
Arsenal
was-
kit. He didn't even lose a bet, and he wore an
Ooh.
Arsenal kit.
That makes
I-
your minerals general,
It
bro.
was-
Come on.
It was hilarious. The reactions were just hilarious. Okay, the best one I got was from Red Dan. His reaction was so hilarious. When I first time watched
I mean,
the stream.
Which video is that? Which stream was it when you were the Arsenal thing?
So
It was a
the
Bobspur, but that's gone now. But maybe
I
on
think
Dan's channel, it's still there.
Dan's channel was, I think, last year's Man United versus Spurs. Sorry, Liverpool versus Spurs game. That's the one I wore.
Woohoo!
fine.
The minerals, man. You're wearing the real minerals, man. You know what I'm saying?
Of course, piss off, mate. It was just for like 1 second
Well,
or so.
that's not
After
bad.
that, I had to shower in like holy water and
No,
with
you
sparkles and
didn't.
all.
Don't lie.
did,
You're
I
just
did.
doing
That's
it for
some
fun.
bullshit. That's bullshit.
I did.
BS.
I did.
Stop capping, bro.
BS.
No. Now you're trying to act like you're all like, oh, I hate Arsenal. I had to wash in holy water. That's bullshit. When you were
Of course I had to.
Then just
By
last
the
week
way-
when you're like, I wear the Arsenal and Chelsea kits on stream because it's fun. No.
Elias,
No, it's
Waffles.
just okay.
Waffles.
Cube. I tell you what's fun. When you wear that on Dan's stream, you have to just watch his reaction. The way he goes crazy all over the
Elias,
That's
Stop
worth
the
it.
cap.
Elias, you like Michael Jackson?
I like his jackets though. Yeah, the MJ coats.
Well, you're doing a lot of moonwalking today. All right?
Bro.
You're doing a lot of moonwalking
You're
today.
doing a lot of
Yeah.
Bill Jean. What my
You're doing a lot of moonwalking today.
Bro.
And the guy wants to go at me in the chat for my red USMNT t-shirt. Come on now.
I was just teasing you. You know
Come on now.
that. I was just teasing
Stop the cap. We got Arsenal coming up next Sunday. 8 days to go.
Oi.
Minerals FC. You guys got
Oh,
a
wait.
game tomorrow. Who you playing tomorrow? Everton?
Away.
Everton, man. They're gonna get mudded, man. You know
They
what I
haven't
mean?
won. They haven't won at Everton in what, 7
7 years, man. Long
Yeah, that was-
time.
The last time Arsenal won Everton was under Arsene Wenger, mate.
Yeah,
was-
we beat them 5-2. I'm the Cuban, man.
Woohoo!
It was under Wenger, Arsenal last won away at Everton. So since
Who
then,
said
Arsenal
woohoo?
won there.
Is that Phil P?
Okay,
Huh?
okay, minerals. Would you rather lose to Everton and win at Spurs, or would you rather win at Everton and lose to Spurs?
I would rather lose to Everton
Okay,
because
that's
beating
how much.
Spurs
That's how much we
is
live
one of
rent
the
free
best
in your
days of
head,
my
right?
life.
Rent free, bro. Rent free.
My question is Minerals. If we beat you next Sunday, are you
Would
gonna
you
come
wear a
on the
Spurs
show?
shirt? Would you wear a Spurs shirt?
Hell no, bro.
Would you
Hell
come
no.
on the show wearing a Spurs
I'll
shirt?
be in the Minerals Island.
You'll be in the woods.
Nope. I'll be in the Minerals Island, bro. I'm thinking of more ways to mud the wrong
What's
ones.
the Minerals Island? Is it Epstein Island or something?
It's not Epstein Island. It's the Minerals Island. You know what I mean? It's somewhere where I go vent my anger.
It's somewhere in the mud or in the woods, right? But minerals comes from
No,
the
it's
mud.
not. I'm never in the mud. I'm never in the woods.
Minerals comes from the mud, by the way. That's a fact.
Oh man. Elias, one more strike and you're
Well,
in the
could
woods.
come from the earth, not necessarily the mud. They don't have to be
Yeah,
in mud. Minerals
Earth
can
is-
be in the mud.
Earth is basically the mud.
Bro, minerals come from water, don't
By
they?
the way, we all come from the mud. Mud.
There's
Let's
minerals
have it
in
right.
water too. Yes.
There's minerals in water, yeah.
Yeah, Murray ain't got the minerals.
There's minerals
man.
in
Murray's
mud. There's
becoming the
minerals
wrong
in water.
one.
There's minerals in everything. To be honest with you.
Minerals
Cube
in
is
Happy
becoming
Meals.
a wrong one, in my opinion. I've made the list, right? Cubed, Stell, Murray, and
Dan.
and Dan. They're in the wrong list, man.
What are we doing on the wrong in list? What did I do?
Because you follow Wrexham.
Because I follow Wrexham, that's why I'm on the wrong in list? Oh, come on.
Exactly, bro.
Come
You don't like
on.
Wrexham, man. It's nothing racist.
What's your
I just
hate
don't
on
like
Wrexham, man?
I want Wrexham to get relegated, man.
I'm on the running list. Okay.
Well, they're not going to.
Yeah, man.
They're going to finish
With some of your takes, man, that are deep in the woods.
Yeah,
Murray's in the woods.
Murray, you are in the wrong on list because you said those things about Queen. Yeah, so that's fine with me.
No, not about the Queen. His
What about
takes in football.
What I said about Arsenal. Okay, all right.
No.
Yeah, you
no
know
one
what?
said
You
about
know what?
Arsenal.
You know what,
I don't care
Minerals?
if Arsenal get
You're-
criticized.
You better hope we don't win
You know
us.
what, Minerals? Do you
better
have the
not.
minerals? Because you're telling us all before, oh, we have the minerals, and then we say one thing, oh, you're Ronin, you're on the Ronin list. Next thing you know, oh, you got the minerals. You know what that is? That's minerals in waffles.
I keep receipts. That's all I'm gonna say. I keep receipts. Okay.
You know that they never lose, right? You know what I mean?
Okay.
All we do on Minerals FC is win, man. You know what I'm saying?
Keep
When,
receipts.
all they do is bottle. All they do is
Bryce
bottle.
wants to know if he's on the wrong list or not.
No, Bryce is a minerals general. He's a bit of a prick, but he's a minerals general.
Well, actually, so I'll say this about the North London Derby. I don't think we're gonna win. Because I think we're gonna lose. But
I think we are gonna win, and I think Eric Dyer will score the.
I actually don't think we're going to lose. I think we're going to draw.
I think, yeah.
that's a good shout. Actually, we could draw. I wouldn't say. I think that. Well, I think that we're gonna lose.
I think we can win.
There's a possibility that we'll draw, but I do not think we're gonna win.
2-2.
I really will be surprised. And you can clip it, whatever. I would be surprised if we win.
I would be surprised.
I would be ecstatic for it, but I would be surprised.
I won't be surprised if we win. The way that if we continue to play the way that we're playing, and if we play, because of the high line that Arsenal play, there's going to be a lot of space in behind.
But
so it's not going to be it's not going to be a game like today.
But will they have
Yeah, but histories these are independent statistical events, right? So why it can play a factor in confidence, it doesn't actually play a factor on the game on the day. There's not like some jinx on.
But will
the
Arteta
Emirates.
has been playing back three this season. Who knows? He might play back three against us. Counter attacking.
Okay, Elias. Playing three at the back doesn't mean you're not playing a high line.
What I do?
but that line is easier to play the counter attacking football, right?
No. He doesn't play counter-attacking football. He plays attacking, possession-based football.
I thought
it's
TJ
not
has
a
been saying that-
3-5-2. He doesn't play a 3-5-2. He plays a different type. He plays like a Pep Guardiola 3.
But I
where
heard
one of
TJ
the
saying that-
fullbacks tucks into midfield and he creates a 3. It's like a 3-2-2-3.
Yeah.
So
what I was saying? Yeah, actually, it's TJ himself who said that sometimes Arsenal play counter attacking.
They hit in the transition. Everybody hits in the transition.
I don't know.
You need to go watch
Well-
some Tifo videos on tactics, my man.
What I was trying to
Okay.
say before Elias interrupted me about,
Sorry, Cube.
saying things that were not accurate about formations. I was gonna say that yes, historically we have that. So I would be surprised if we won. But I will say this, at least not just the way we're playing, but the team that we have right now, most of the players that we have, they have not done a North London Derby at the Emirates. Like these are like fresh players. You got Van de Ven, you got Doji, you got all these players that are like Poro, like there's a lot of players in there, Madison, that have not been Spurs players playing a North London Derby before. So we might be able to shake that, that bad juju or like that getting in your head or whatever from the past, because there's so many new like young players that haven't had to deal with that. But my thing is like, I feel like this game at the Emirates will be for me like the biggest test so far for Ange.
Oh, of course. And then Liverpool right off the back of that as well. I mean, look, as long as we don't have Hugo Lloris in goal and Eric Dyer playing in the back line, I think we should have a fighting chance. So
yeah, as long as those two don't play, then I think we'll win because.
Oh, by the way, I saw Scott make fun of me.
No, he came on wearing a Bayern shirt with Harry Kane on it.
Oh, because I have a surprise for him too.
There you go, Scott.
Ooh.
There you go, Scott.
Shameless.
But you have to wear it, Dietrich. You have to wear it.
De La Spurs is in the house as well.
Big up, Will. Big up the channel. How's everyone doing tonight?
Hey, De La
Doing
Spurs.
good.
Doing good.
Good, man. Mudding the wrong ones like Minerals FC and all the Arsenal.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Mud the wrongins. Yeah.
What'd you think about the game today, my man?
Man, I got my heart rate up, man. I was a little worried. But
Bro,
what a
Spurs
game.
had like a 10 XG, man.
Yeah, I mean, you could say the goal was coming, but I think for me, I was getting a little nervous with us not making a substitution until the very last, I want to say 10, 15 minutes of the game. I think it was like 15 minutes left of the game. So I was a little nervous. And then as well with half, we only got like 3 minutes extra time. So I thought they were going to pull some mess at the end as well, probably give us like 4 or 5 minutes. There were so many stops. But yeah, I mean, that game was something. I know it's only Sheffield, but still a late minute winner always feels nice. So still undefeated.
Maybe Postecoglou's got a crystal ball and he knew there was going to be 12 minutes of added time, so he waited to the 80th minute, so they got 25 minutes of play.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, he cranked it up. He slowly cranked it up going into extra time. It's exactly what we needed.
With how elated the players were at the end of that game, though, you could tell they weren't even sure if they were going to pull it out. They weren't confident about pulling it out because of the way that they were celebrating at the end of that game.
I mean, that's another bit of confidence that you got going into the Arsenal match, right? Especially if Arsenal struggle tomorrow against Everton, right? Who's coming in there with a full-on stiffy,
Mm-hmm.
He deserves it, Bryce. He deserves it.
I mean, of course, yeah.
So I said on another stream that I think that, and I was gonna getting some shtick for this, but
100%.
What Ange,
100% deserves
I back Ange. I'm cautiously optimistic, but I'm not like gassing him up like a lot of other fans are. I think that I like him. I like what he says, and I think that he's done some great things so far. But I mean, we're only like, at the time, 4 games in. And for me, I'm still cautiously optimistic, even after this game. If we win the North London Derby, 100%, I'm like, Ange is the answer. It's like this. That will be the thing that like lets me actually like fully jump in is if we win at the Emirates.
I said it on Sava's show yesterday. If we win NLD, we are winning the title this year.
Okay, that's extra. No.
Oh no, man!
Oh no, that's.
I'll say this: if we win the North London Derby, I say we finish above Arsenal. I think we can honestly finish above
100%,
Arsenal.
100%.
I think
Yeah.
Arsenal is not getting top. I think you're not getting top 2. I think Liverpool. I think it's going to be Man City and Liverpool. I think Liverpool has another gear to hit this season. So I think if Arsenal
Another
don't,
gear, they haven't lost yet.
I know,
they
but
haven't even
that's what I'm
drawn
saying.
yet. You can't get into another gear. That's the best gear you can be in.
I'm talking about going. I think they're going to turn the clock back a little bit. I think with that rebuild in the midfield, I think they can honestly turn back to where it's like Man City, Liverpool, 1 or 2 points away from each other going into the last game. Like I think they can seriously challenge Man City. I'm sorry.
Oh, you mean
Bill, but I
Liverpool
think-
can go into another gear?
Yeah, Liverpool. I think Arsenal, unless Arteta changes this player selection, if they keep picking Havertz or Havertz doesn't turn up, they're getting third at most.
By the way, guys, I just wanna bring up something. You know, all those people who are saying that we should hire Vincent Kompany, that he plays all attacking football and all that shit. He's not the bottom of the table with Burnley. Just imagine if we would have hired him.
Yeah, it would have been bad.
Yeah. Well, not as that.
But I'm looking at this table here and looking at the results. Looking at Liverpool.
We're full.
You see,
I mean, I guess other than Chelsea in the first game of the season, they've been pretty
Very good.
Poor.
No, pretty convincing, right? 3-1 against Bournemouth, 2-1 against Newcastle at home, 3-0 to Aston Villa.
Liverpool have been lucky.
Oh,
3-1.
you meant
The game,
you meant
bro.
Arsenal or Chelsea? Sorry, you meant Chelsea or
Liverpool.
Liverpool?
I said Liverpool. I said other than
Liverpool
Chelsea
have
in the
been-
first game of the season, they've been pretty convincing.
Nah, I guess Newcastle
Yes, they have.
was so fugazi, man.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the other results, man. 3-1 against Bournemouth, 3-0 against Aston Villa, 3-1 against Wolves.
That's Aston Villa, though.
Yeah, there's been
Yeah,
a
but
lot
Aston
of
Villa is supposed to be good.
the other thing
Yeah.
is you notice like so far there's just this happened with the last set of games before international break too. A lot of goals. They're like bigger scoring games than there was, you know.
But they're conceding as well.
Well, that's what I'm saying
Mhm.
though. That's like conceding, but just there's a lot of goals.
Yeah, only one clean sheet for Liverpool so far this season.
Yep.
And they haven't really played a team with a striker at the moment. I don't think Isaac played against Liverpool. Why won't it let me get into the actual games, bro? This is so annoying. There's something wrong with the Premier League website right now.
I mean, like today, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 games today got up to 3 goals on one side. You know, on like one of the teams scored 3 goals, and then like right before we left for international break, right, there was like 3 hat tricks, right, in the weekend. It was like there's a lot of high scoring games now.
No, Isaac played, but he got subbed out. Or Isak, or however you say his name. He got subbed out in the 72nd minute.
Yeah, man. I think
Newcastle's
Darwin
having a
Núñez-
hard time scoring, dude. They haven't. Newcastle's looking completely mid so far this season, bro.
Yeah, I had them like doing really well this season, and I'm in the mud about Newcastle
Yes,
right now.
you're in the mud. You're in the mud, deep in the mud, for saying all the nice things about Eddie Howe.
What I still think that about Eddie Howe. He did amazing things for Newcastle. Just because you know Newcastle is not doing as well this season does not take away from Eddie Howe what he did for Newcastle last season.
Yeah, but Cube, if he cannot continue that and he's struggling in the Champions League, in the league, then I think he's gonna get a sack because Newcastle owners can afford a better.
He's not
manager
gonna
than
get
him.
sacked, Elias.
Why
He's
not?
gonna get sacked. Even if Newcastle, unless Newcastle like get relegated or in a crazy relegation battle,
If
he's
they are- if
not
they are in the-
going to get sacked. You see, the other thing is this: you were saying that you felt like he was going to get sacked before Ten Hag. That's what you said, that's crazy. No.
Okay, let's see. But I didn't say no.
What do
I
you
didn't
mean,
say.
let's see? No.
I said.
You said.
I said
that-
Eddie
that
Howe will get
Eddie
sacked.
Howe will get. You said Eddie Howe will get sacked before Ten Hag.
I think I need to go and watch back the stream again. I said that Eddie Howe is going to be one of the managers getting sacked, and then somebody said
No,
that
you said
Ten Hag-
Eddie Howe is going to be one of the first managers getting sacked, and Ten Hag. You think that he's going to get sacked before Ten Hag will? And I
No,
was.
I
Are
didn't.
you
I
crazy?
didn't mention. I didn't mention Ten Hag.
Yes, you
then
did.
After
You
after
did.
that somebody
I said
after
no.
that after that somebody said that okay, Ten Hag would be the first one to get the sack. I was like, let's see.
No, you didn't. You
I have to- I
confirmed.
have
You
to
said
go watch-
Eddie Howe will get sacked before him.
I
I gotta
and
go
watch
find the
back the
receipts,
stream
but
again.
it, you know, and then even if we're not comparing him to Ten Hag, you think that Eddie Howe? You keep saying, "Oh, he's gonna get sacked this season. He's gonna get sacked." But no, he's not gonna get
He's
sacked.
gonna get sacked. He's gonna.
No,
get
he's
sacked.
not gonna get sacked. He's gonna get sacked. If he
Let's
gets sacked,
see.
he's gonna get sacked at the beginning of next season.
He's done so well
If
for
if
Newcastle.
he doesn't
bro.
get sacked, I will buy a Newcastle shirt and I'll wear it on a stream.
Mario,
If
you
they-
gonna bounce?
Yep.
Hi,
He's
Mari.
gonna bounce.
All
Bye,
right, guys.
Mari.
Bye, Mari.
God save the queen.
And Levy out. Come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs.
Right.
Piss off, you Spurs.
No, like
And-
Eddie Howe, if he gets sacked, it's not going to be until and that means that you would have a really bad season this season, or not like really bad, but like not
Yeah,
good.
if Newcastle
And then
on
he's not
table,
going to get
then-
sacked until the beginning of next season because
Okay.
there is so much goodwill around Eddie Howe and what he's done for Newcastle, and the fans just love him so much that they'll give him this season, even if they don't get like top 4 or whatever. They'll still
I don't know, man.
they'll still give him this
Mm.
season, I think.
If they're
No.
mid-table by December, he's sacked.
Yeah,
He is, man.
that's
No.
what I feel also.
Bro,
No, he's not
especially
sacked.
with all the money, bro.
Cube, you see?
No, he's
you see
not.
that?
Unless they're relegated or they're in relegation form, he's not going to get sacked. If they're mid-table, they'll sack him the beginning of next season if they don't see
No,
better
no,
results.
no.
I disagree. I
10th
disagree.
place by Christmas, and he's gone.
Yep.
100%.
And don't forget, Cube. He has a tough Champions League group as well, where Newcastle.
Yeah,
owners
but
would
they're
want to
not
do well.
expecting. It's not like they're expecting to win the Champions.
They
League.
are. The owner's goal was to win the league in 5 years. That's their goal. So going from 4th to 10th in one season isn't a step towards their goal.
Exactly.
They will sack him
No
by Christmas,
trophies.
guaranteed.
No.
Because
100%.
again, they want the Champions League money for the rebuild that they are doing and all of that. So it's gonna come. I don't know why Cube is so much for the Newcastle guy, but I think he's getting sacked this season if he's a 10th or even like
He
let's
won't get
just say
sacked
Will-
before Ten Hag probably. But I'm saying
Let's
if Newcastle are 10th or lower by December, he's getting the axe.
And
I
also
think-
don't forget-
I think Will-
If they're mid-table, I think they will. I think that he'll get at least until the very beginning of next season.
Nah,
Yeah.
I don't think so, bro. Will, don't forget, like, there are fans as well. Like, if their fans protest against him and turn on him, he's gone.
Yeah. By the way, Will, I think Ten Hag once Holland or what do you call that guy? Hoyland.
Hoyland.
Once he comes back, it will be interesting to see what he got.
No, United
I
are
think
shit.
that
Yeah.
United may look good. Will. You look at their midfield.
That one
I
kid
love
is
them.
not going to make a difference, bro.
Yeah,
Not
no, they're
happening.
not good.
We'll beat them
And he's done
We
nothing,
will.
pretty much.
Let's see.
He was their better players.
Let's see. But
People will beat
United
them
has.
Old Trafford, they will. They've got
But
them
you
in-
did, Eli, you did say that you thought Eddie Howe would get sacked before Ten Hag, and I was like, nope, that's not happening.
Let's see then. Let's see.
Ten Hag's gonna be out of here.
Yeah,
Unless he
exactly.
delivers
I
another
was like,
trophy,
no.
he's out. He's out of here.
Yeah, bro.
But guys, you need to see that Ten Hag.
There goes the wrong ones. Every time Elias tries to dig his hole deeper, the wrong ones eat his internet.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying?
Ten
The last
Hag will
Spurs,
get
like,
sacked,
do you
but
think
he'll probably
the Twitter
before
lots
the Manchester
have turned to him?
derby, he's going to get sacked.
Ten
Oh
Hag?
yeah, if they have another like 5, 6, 7 goal loss, yeah, he's done.
Yeah, but guys, you need to remember Ten Hag has won Manchester United a trophy in like how many years? 4 or 5
Exactly.
years.
And also, Ten Hag has got them top 3, bro.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Man United have different standards for those things,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. They have different standards, and that's what I mean by Newcastle. That's why I said that. Eddie Howe. I mean, I know that they have new owners now and everything, but Newcastle is adjusting. They're adjusting to new standards now. It's like the fans are adjusting, but Man United, their standards are higher. They have a different expectation.
They're adjusting, but they also have owners with high ambitions, right? So people with high ambitions that want to accomplish a goal within a certain amount of time aren't going to accept that much regression. Like I would say if they finish 6th, 7th, right, then that's fine. But if they're mid-table, 10th or 11th, no, man. The dude's it's gone.
He's gone.
Right now, so let's take a prediction. We'll go around the whole thing and then we'll end the stream because we're running about 2 hours and 30 minutes. So between Newcastle, United, Chelsea, which manager gets the sack first, Kyle? Poch, Ten Hag, or Howe?
I'm going Ten Hag.
I need to look at the fixture. I need to look at the fixtures.
What fixtures?
Bro, we've got like 32 weeks of the season. 33 weeks of the season left. You don't need to look at the fixtures. That's way too many fixtures to hash them out.
Let me see, guys.
All right, we'll skip Elias. Cubed. Who gets the sack first? Howe, Ten Hag, or Poch?
I think it's got to be Ten Hag. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna be a little different here.
It's actually really hard between Ten Hag and Poch. It really is. It's hard.
Let me see Chelsea. Let me see Chelsea's fixtures.
I'll say Ten Hag, but I
okay, Elias, go look at the fixtures. You don't need to tell us every time you're doing it. Let us know when you're ready. We'll come back to you last.
Okay.
Minerals.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
So Elias.
Okay.
Who is gonna get sacked first?
I think it's going to be Poch. Poch, Eddie Howe, and then Ten Hag. Ten Hag had a really easy run of games now. The next couple of games that he has are like against bottom of the table.
They do have a good run of fixtures coming up, but I don't think they're going to win most of those games, man. They haven't even been playing like they can win those games.
They're going to lose.
They'll win, Will. I tell you why they'll win those games. Because of their juju. And they got
I
Rashford,
narrowly picked Ten Hag, but it's either Ten Hag or Poch, like before Eddie Howe. One of them is getting the sack before Eddie Howe.
So Minerals, who do you think?
For me, it's gonna be Poch, because some of the Chelsea lot are wrong and just want him out already. Anyway.
Yeah, but do you think that so you got Todd Bowley there who wants somebody's got some massive noise. Oh yes, Dillspurs. They got let me see if I can fix that for you. I can't because you're muted yourself. Let me what was I saying? They have Eddie or Todd Bowley, and they gave Graham Potter way too long already. You think they're really ready to sack another project manager in his first season?
I think they could, because Chelsea fans might have not liked him because of that.
They sacked AVB in March 2012 after they couldn't beat Napoli in the Champions League that year when Chelsea won it. So they sacked AVB after less than a year in charge. So
yeah, but that was a different owner, right? I'm talking about the new owners can have a completely different mentality, right?
No, he's similar.
No, he's not.
Well, he did sack Potter within the same season.
Yeah, but it was way longer than the result should have been.
Sacked. Yeah, but I'm just saying he hired and sacked him in the same season. So I think that it's possible that Poch could get sacked.
But I think they would have to stay around 14th, 15th, because you remember like Chelsea were like 15th, 16th when, you know.
Yeah.
No, they were in relegation form.
The one thing that Ten Hag has going for him over Poch, which I still like I said, I picked Ten Hag to get sacked before Poch would. But the one thing that Ten Hag does have going for him is the fact that he did win them a trophy last season. So, and he got them. So there's a little bit of goodwill there because he like did win them a trophy and he did get them, you know, into top 4 last season. And Poch hasn't really done anything for Chelsea yet. They just spent a shit ton of money.
And Chelsea always has Frank Lampard on standby. So yeah.
I mean,
I don't know. He went on that diary of a CEO and kind of
Yeah, I know. I was like,
trashed on Chelsea, so I don't think they'll be having him back anytime soon.
I'm not gonna have him back for third time. They won't.
that was some
They'll get him back
self-preservation shit.
Yeah,
You never know,
well,
they might call in.
and also
You
Todd
never know,
Bowley
they might
wants
call
like
in.
They have Frank Lampard. The other guy is what the defender that they used to have John
Terry.
John Terry, that pervert guy.
No, he's gone somewhere else now, Terry.
Is
Terry's
he?
gone to Saudi Arabia, I believe.
Oh.
yeah.
Well,
But,
I mean, but the-
Dallas
but
Spurs,
Ten
who do you
Hag-
think?
Oh,
Dallas Spurs term.
I'd probably have to say Ten Hag, because I know a lot of Manchester United fans were saying they were challenging this season. They should be challenging after winning a trophy and getting third. So if they finish anywhere out of the top 4, that has to be a sacking for them. Plus, they've been looking pretty bad, so I'm not sure I don't know who else they could put in that team to try to make it look better. But yeah, I think it's
So I would say, so right now those teams are sitting, well, you got Newcastle in 11th. You've got
Chelsea on 14th.
Man United in 13th, and then Chelsea on 14th. Both, you know, Newcastle and Man U are both on 6 points. Chelsea's on 4. I think if any of those teams are in and around the top 6, I don't think any of the managers get sacked, personally. Not Poch, not Ten Hag. If Newcastle finished below 8th, I think Eddie Howe gets sacked. If Ten Hag finishes below 8th, I think Ten Hag gets sacked. If Pochettino finishes below 12th, I think he gets sacked.
But
So
see,
I think Poch is probably the least likely, even though they have a higher probability of finishing lower down the table.
But I thought that we're answering the question like who gets sacked first. I mean, because then you're talking about where they finish, right? So in theory, they could all get sacked, right? You know, so but that's all not until the end of the season. So I think
I'm getting to that. I'm getting to that.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So looking at these teams and how they are playing, I'm going to say Ten Hag gets sacked first.
Yeah,
I said Ten Hag.
Because I think Manchester United aren't getting anywhere near 6 right now, the way they're playing.
But they got an easy run.
Come on, man. They're Man United, bro. They always find a way, man.
How many times have they finished outside the top 4 in the last 6 years, bro? A lot.
Once, I think. Once or twice. Twice, I think.
2-3 times. Like the 2022 when he picked us for top 4.
Okay, once was under Oli when that season he took over.
Oli as well.
I mean, they're
6th under Jose. And then
6 under Jose.
6th again under
Man United won the Europa League when Jose Mourinho was appointed in 2016.
Yeah, but they didn't do well in the league. They did well.
They win the league. They did well in the European.
They won the Europa League and they got in the Champions League 17-18, but they got knocked out by Sevilla.
They won a cup, a domestic cup, I think, 2 under Jose, didn't they?
Yeah, they
won 2.
They won the League Cup, innit?
They won the Carabao Cup and Europa League, but they couldn't beat Real Madrid in 2017 in the Super Cup. They lost. So
yeah, they lost.
Still scored and they lost. So Mourinho lost to his old club Real Madrid. So he's never won at Stamford Bridge when he returned to the bridge with different teams. He did with Inter when they won a treble in 2010. But so at least he's won at the bridge with Inter, but not with Man U or us. So, but
by the way, sorry, KBB, go first. KBB, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, man. What is it?
Okay, so no, I was saying you go first, finish first, then I'll say.
Like as I was saying, Mourinho's never won at the bridge when he's returned with different clubs. Like he did with Inter in the Champions League when Chelsea won a double under Ancelotti in 2010. Inter won a treble, and Samuel Eto'o has won the treble 2 seasons, once with Pep and then with Mourinho. So, like, he's won the treble, and Ronaldo has won the Premier League 3 seasons in a row, and the Champions League. He's the only one to win the repeat. That means repeat. He's the only one to do it.
Man.
So, greatest player. But yeah, go ahead, Elias. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was actually gonna say that if, let's say, Eddie Howe were to get sacked, I can see Mourinho coming to take over the Newcastle job.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
This season. Yeah.
Bro, if
I can see
Mourinho
him
comes to Newcastle on the money, you never know, man. Pep's in the
Yep,
mud. You know, we're all
they
in
can
the mud.
afford him. They can
Oh,
afford.
my goodness.
They can afford him, and then definitely if they specifically want to like win things soon and all of that, I think they would get someone like Mourinho in.
Yeah, they could.
Manage
You
Newcastle.
never know. He might even
One-
win them the Champions League. So
One last thing I want to say about Ten Hag, though, even though I did say, the one thing he has going for him is that he got them top 4 and a trophy last season. I don't think that the Man United fans or any of us have forgotten that Brentford or that Liverpool game, though. And I mean, Man United was embarrassing last season on those
Seven
games,
dogs.
and it's not gonna. They remember that, and I think that like if he continues putting in some shit performances, even if it's not that bad, they will be ready to pounce given what he did in regards to those 2 fixtures last season.
yeah, but there's a problem. Like Ten Hag also has a big cult, like him. You know what I mean? Because of those things that happened last season, obviously, and rightly so. And like, as bad as United are, like they're jammy United, and they can get a win out of nowhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
man.
for example, the Wolves game, like they didn't deserve anything, but at the end of the day, they won that game. So like, that's my worry, Will, is that United.
Yeah, but that's Wolves, dude. Wolves has been so bad this season, right? Like Wolves want to go down so they can get that payment, right? Look, what I'm saying is any team that United has played that is half decent, United have straight got slapped.
Wolves were robbed of a penalty at Old Trafford on the first game of the season. Wolves were the
Yeah,
better
got robbed.
team. Wolves were the better
Yeah,
team,
Wolves.
man.
I get that,
Wolves
but
were
you're not
robbed.
gonna play like Man City and Tottenham every week, are you?
But it's not
I
even
mean-
that, dude. It's Brighton. It's like those any team in the top 10, dude. United is getting straight turned over.
Wolves
mean,
Not
they're
just a
gonna
little
play
bit, turned over.
Turned over as well, but
United are getting
and there's
slapped at
another
Old
stat
Trafford
like
when we go
United
there in the
haven't
New
won
Year.
a game away.
We'll just slap
in
them
top
up. We'll
nine.
beat them 6-1 again, just like we did under Jose. Watch Big Ange have the last laugh at Old Trafford. Big Ange is going to win at Old Trafford, and he's going to do Ten Hag again. Onana
Yeah,
said
man.
Man United were a better team when we beat them in August, but he's just jealous because we've beaten him twice. So Man United were not a better team. We were. We deserved the win. And yeah, so Onana, shut your mouth, rude boy.
Yeah, man. You got mad. Let's have that right, but
Yeah.
Will though, like I understand that they've
Because they barely beat Forest on a red card, bro. Come on now, Minerals.
That's true. That's true. I get
Yeah,
that.
man.
I get that. Absolutely get that. They've regressed from last season, and any half decent team they play, and they haven't won a game away from home against top 9. That's another horrible stat, by the way. But the thing is, United have been quite good-ish at home, and the next few fixtures are against Burnley and those shit clubs, and this, that, and the other. So they have to win a game at some point.
I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I think those teams are going to smell blood in the water. And the fact that it is Man United, they're going to be willing and ready to just
Come on, bro. They have to
run
beat
all over
Burnley.
them. So.
Burnley are the worst team in the league with Luton.
Yeah, they'll beat Burnley for sure. They're gonna get 3 points next week, right? But that's not the point. And what I'm saying, right? Like what I'm saying is that when you look at the teams that they play, right? They got to play Crystal Palace, who's playing better than them right now. They're playing better than United are right now. It's not going to be an easy game for them. When United have to go against Brentford, Fulham, Palace, Villa, West Ham, Arsenal, Brighton, Liverpool, Tottenham City, they're going to lose. If they keep playing like they're playing now, they're going to lose all those games.
Yeah,
To be fair, against Arsenal, they were okay. You know?
For parts of the game, for the first half, for like 30 minutes, they were okay. That whole second half, they were dead food, just like they were against us.
Yeah. He can't win in North London, Ten Hag. He can't win in North London.
Well, no, you gotta play the game for 90 minutes, not 20.
Yeah, full 90.
Like I would be willing to bet. I haven't done this, but I'm just guessing off of what I've seen and probability that if I were to go look at all of their matches and look at the statistical threat matrix that they got up there on SofaScore, I'd be willing to bet Manchester United looked good in the first half and dropped in the second half in every single game.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. You're absolutely spot on. They're garbage, and let's have that right. But come on, like, don't you? The United are jammy though. They have this jammy culture in them. You know what I mean? They can jam wins in the Premier League.
All right, let's take a look at this because this is just funny, right? Watch this.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to do that. I want to do this.
You want to do this? You want to do that?
So take a look at this and tell me if you think it's a coincidence or not. But let me get rid of that comment so we're not. So look, first half against Wolves, right? So Man United's in the green. They dominated the first half. Look at that second half, dude. Dead food as far as attack. Yeah, that's when they got their goal.
The second half they were shocking. I get that.
Shocking. Okay, now look. Let's go to the next one, right?
You guys ate them up. First half, they're kind of better than you, Bob. From then on,
but they still lost to us, and they're getting slapped. The next.
So then Tottenham, right? We slapped them in the second half, right?
Yeah, second half you did.
Then the next game, Nottingham Forest. So they look so okay.
They
so worse.
Second half, mate.
Yeah, they dominated the second half, but were worse than they were in the first half. All right, look at the first half, and look at the second half. Right, a lot better. They got lucky with that pin, otherwise it would have been a draw. But then you got that's one game. Arsenal, check this one out. Boom, nothing. Dead food, bro. Dead food the whole entire second half.
For a second half, we mullered.
Now
Brighton.
Brighton does not.
Man, that's nothing.
First 20 minutes they looked good, Will. You know.
Yeah, but that's how Manchester United. That's what I'm saying. They started out and they had a little bit of a recovery. Probably this is a better second half than they've had in a long time, right? If you're looking at the data, right? Brighton kind of ruled the game from here to here, right? Those 3 goals.
Exactly.
Yeah, their defending was horrible. Their defending was absolutely horrible.
Get it all, bro. But am I too fearful of United? If I know all those stats are bad and they're crap side, but come on, like they've got to win a game at some point. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they'll beat Burnley,
and they'll lose the next few games after that.
And then they'll lose to Palace.
Yeah.
Yep.
They beat Palace last season?
What's their fixture list look like?
Well, am I sounding like a United simp or something like that?
Yeah, which is weird. It's being an Arsenal fan, my man.
Oh, and they have Bayern Munich too. Oh.
Yeah, Kane's gonna beat them this week. They'll lose to Bayern in Germany, mate. Ten Hag would have watched that game last night and think, they didn't win, but they're gonna lose to us in their home place. Is he mad? They're gonna lose to Bayern Munich. Kane's gonna
they're gonna lose to Bayern Munich, man.
Okay, so look at this. So they got Burnley next week. They'll win that game, right?
Palace.
They got Palace. That a draw, I think, is the best that they're going to get from that result. Brentford, they're going to lose, right? They'll beat Sheffield United. They're going to lose to City. They're going to lose to Fulham. They'll beat Luton. They'll beat Everton. They're going to lose to Newcastle.
They'll
probably draw with Chelsea.
Chelsea and
They'll beat Bournemouth,
and lose to Liverpool.
lose to Liverpool, lose to West Ham, lose to Villa, beat Forest, lose to us, beat Wolves, lose to West Ham, lose to Aston Villa. Dude, they're going down, bro. I mean, they're not getting relegated, but I mean, they're not. I don't see them getting unless they have to have a complete shift. I'm just saying if they continue to play in the form that they're playing in right now, man.
Yeah, they're playing like a relegation team at the moment.
Not like a relegation team. They're playing like a mid-table team right now.
Yeah, relegation is mid-table still.
Because they're beating the bottom half of the table teams fairly.
They can't beat the big teams, though.
They're
Man United haven't won a game away from home against the top 9.
That's crazy.
And August taking over as well.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, Chelsea's playing horribly too, to be honest.
That is also true.
I mean, they were like celebrating their win over Luton, like, ooh! I'm like,
oh my God,
it's
Luton, by the way. Will, you have to talk about Luton. Are they worse than Derby County? Because
I like Luton. Underdog.
I don't see them. I'll be honest with you. I don't see them winning once this season. They may draw a game. I don't see them winning once this whole season.
So I'm rooting for Luton, not against us, of course, but against especially teams like Chelsea. But they will actually put in a shift in the first half, and Luton just completely capitulates and runs out of steam the second half. They just don't have enough. They just don't have enough quality to keep it going.
Yeah,
a lot of heart, no quality. But the not no quality, but not enough. But I don't think
this one's
that
actually surprising though. The West Ham Luton result. That's surprising.
They should have drawn 2-2 because apparently that the referee was shocking that game. Apparently,
Luton is just here. They're along for the ride. They're just enjoying their time this season, being in the Prem, and just hoping for the best.
Are they stinking it out, or are they playing football?
Luton?
Yeah,
they're playing football. They're actually they're not. Yeah, they're up for it. They're playing with a lot of heart. They're not actually even as defensive as you would expect them to be. Like, they're not actually sitting back and playing like super defensively. They're playing. It's just they run out of steam at the end. It's really sad because usually like first half you'll see they'll actually be like, they'll be like 0-0 with or something, or they might score even like first or something, but then at the second half they just completely capitulate, especially at the very, very end, because they just don't have enough. They don't have enough quality.
Don't have enough for the Premier League.
Yeah, they don't have enough quality there, and then you could just tell like their best players are gonna be that starting 11. They got nothing after that, right? So those guys, they just are exhausted. By the second half, they're already like spent.
Do you think this team will get less points than that Derby in 2008? It
was like 20 something. Well, I can't remember what they have.
They had 11 points.
11?
Yeah.
I actually.
I don't know, man.
Do you think that
Probably.
Burnley's going down? Because a lot of people, including me, thought that Burnley would stay up. Actually,
I think Burnley's going down. They can't get nothing right now.
Yeah, Burnley's going down, man.
I mean, let me take a look at their fixtures.
Because before the season started, I actually thought that they were gonna do all right and surprise everybody and stay up.
I mean, they've had some hard fixtures. They've only played 3 games, right? And they've played us, Villa, and City. So they haven't played any of the teams on their half of the table, right?
They've got Luton on Monday.
Yeah, I think they'll beat Luton.
I think they'll beat Luton.
They
go
Forest
first on Monday.
Sorry, Luton just played Fulham.
They've only played at home? How come they've only played 3 games?
Because they're supposed to play Luton, but because of Luton's problem at their stadium, they had to be away. They've got a double game week, Burnley and Luton. So Burnley have got to play Luton, I think, in the next week, not this weekend coming. The next week there'll be double game week 7. So they've got to play each other. So Burnley or Luton, who's going to win out of them two when they play each other?
I think Burnley wins. In my opinion.
Yeah,
I think
Burnley wins.
I think when Burnley starts playing teams like Sheffield United, Bournemouth, I think that's when you'll start to see Burnley start to win, pull up points. They've had they had a really tough start of the season, to be honest with you. And they got what? And they got they got to play United.
Oh man, Burnley,
next
Man
week.
United. It's
They
gonna
got
be
Forest on Monday. I think they'll lose to Forest.
good. Yeah, Forest.
Then they got United. They'll lose to United. Then they got that's a really hard start. Newcastle.
Yeah, they're kind of unlucky with their
Yeah,
fixtures.
they won't get their first win till October, I think.
Yeah, I kind of felt a little bit like they were unlucky with their fixtures.
Yeah, really unlucky start for them at their position. But guys, we got to call it a night. I got to pee and I got things to do tomorrow.
Yeah.
So we will. What's going on? Kyle, tell people where they can find you or where you'll be on next, and then move it on down the line.
Yeah, everyone, you can find me on Twitter, Kyle Real Tottenham TV, and Instagram. Well, you know my Instagram name and yeah, you can find my channel as well. And yeah, I think Will knows my channel name and everyone. But I'll probably on Real Tottenham TV again tomorrow, as I already was earlier today. But you'll find me there, and that's all I know. But anyway, I'm out. Gonna just chill, and then then get ready for Thursday because it's my birthday. I'm gonna be 27, going out to Harlow.
Happy birthday!
Thanks.
Happy birthday, Carl.
Happy birthday.
How old are you turning, Carl?
You just said it, Elias. Listen to people when they talk.
No, he said 23rd or 33rd.
No, he said he's turning 27.
Yeah,
Oh,
my birthday's
27.
on Thursday, mate. 27.
Okay.
I'll be 27, mate. So I'm basically wearing Lucas Moore's number, mate.
Okay.
Lucas Moore's number, mate. So So anyway, I'm just gonna chill and then wait to watch Everton beat Arsenal and bring on the North London derby, because this game means everything to the players and the fans. I know someone knows what it meant to the fans. It was Van der Vaart. He loved scoring in this derby. 4 goals.
Van der Vaart, man.
Van der
That
Vaart,
guy
man.
annoyed me.
Van der Vaart, it was 10 years ago we signed him. And as I've said, the deadline day signing, we signed him. It will never top that. Whatever players we sign, it will never top that deadline day signing. So big up Toby Alderweireld. He won, kept another clean sheet for Antwerp, and they've got a Champions League game this week. And so, yeah, good luck to that, my friend. I miss him. He's fully coyed. Eric Lamela is fully coyed. They loved scoring against Arsenal. So I'm out, people. But yeah, I'll see you all probably next. Probably Sunday or Monday after the North London derby. Don't know when you're going live next. We'll probably do it on Sunday or Monday, whenever.
I will, if I get back in time. I'm going to be in Florida next weekend. My son has some games down in Florida next weekend, so I will be out of town. Maybe Mario will start to show up, and I can jump.
With Mari?
Well, Saturday night we'll probably have dinner. Last time I went to Orlando, Lamar and I had dinner. We may have dinner again.
Yeah.
I'd say maybe you could your son can hang out with English Dan, but forgot he's in London, right?
Yeah, and he's down all the way in Miami. That's a pretty far trek for 15-year-olds to travel.
The Roxham town in front of Miami. But anyway, I'll see you all probably when Will comes back from Florida, whenever, and hopefully we'll be talking about that win of the North London derby at the
Of
Emirates.
course. 3-0 win.
Everton, yeah.
Elias, what you got going on, my man?
Yes, so Stab Up Spurs is back finally this week. I'm going to be streaming quite a lot this week. Yeah, I'm gonna be mudding all the wrong guns and all the idiots, and then I'm gonna be.
And the men
they had a good. They had a good.
Oh.
Every time this stream, he's gone on some rant. He's lost his internet. You might want to get that internet check before you ramp back up, step up Spurs.
He's like, I'm gonna be mudding all the wrong-ins myself.
Sorry. I think the brown envelopes got on my internet. They cannot take it, but I'm coming back. So yeah. So whole lots of content. I'm actually doing few streams this coming week with some Arsenal YouTubers, and yeah, they are my mates, all of them. So I'm going. Piss off. Yeah, so a lot's gonna happen. So you can find me at few places. I'll be at Step Up Spurs, and then I'll be going to this other channel called Fresh AFC. Then I'm going on Del Boy Gunner TV as well this week. Yeah, some of the timings haven't been sorted out, but yeah, a lot of things happening. Yeah,
Doing a show with Jez, apparently, right?
Yes, I'm doing a show with Jez next week on Saturday. I think it will be around 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. UK time, around there. Yeah.
Good deal.
We are gonna call out all the wrong ones of Arsenal and Spurs.
Scott's brother, what are you doing?
I will be rooting on Wrexham, who won today, by the way. Wrexham and Spurs both won. So, and watching some Ted Lasso.
You're not done with that yet?
No, I'm still working on it. Welcome to Wrexham. Just premiered like a day ago. This second season just premiered again. So I'll be inhaling all of that goodness and waiting for that North London Derby to roll around. Go Wrexham.
Sounds good. Mr. De La Spurs.
You can catch me here on Tottenham Away. I usually like to go on, the fan reacts and everything. You'll see me throw some super chats around. So everyone, please subscribe to Tottenham Away, man. These are like one of the hardest working Spurs YouTubers. And I even want to say YouTubers. They do stuff outside of YouTube. So they're just really hard working, man. Show the love and support for them and the channel, man. I always throw up some super chats, man. I'd rather give them the money than give it to Livy. So,
big up.
Yeah, just subscribe to the channel, man. Big up everyone in the chat.
Big up, Mr. De La Spurs. Good job with that. Keep giving Terry a hard time over there on from the chat over there on.
Oh, you know it, man. You know it.
Minerals FC, man. What you got going on, man? You got a game tomorrow. What's the scoreline? Everton, what are you gonna do?
We're gonna win 2-0, man.
They're not gonna win, man. They'll get slapped just like the way Goodison.
Kyle, you never learn, do ya? You know what I mean?
Dan Juma's gonna get you.
Yeah, Dan Juma, man. He's actually been doing brilliant for Everton. He's gonna score.
Wouldn't it be fun if Dan Juma scores a goal against them?
Yeah,
great. Score the brace.
Yeah, maybe that's his level to score against us. You never know.
He's gonna score, mate. Dan Juma's gonna score. You heard it here first.
And then
2-0. Hold on. 2-0. Where are you at? Where can people find you? Find you on Twitter. Where are you wrong in the where are you mudding the wrongins at? I can't even talk.
I'm mudding them on Instagram, Twitter, Tottenham Away. You know what I mean? And yeah, man, you kept the best for the last, man, and more love and more winnings, yeah, and more blessings, yeah. And you either win with us or you watch us win.
Yeah. Did you like that freestyle I gave you when you came on today? Was that good or what?
That's strike one.
Strike one.
That's
what
a
are you talking
wrong
about?
attitude.
Huh?
That's a wrong attitude. That freestyle.
Why is that wrong an attitude?
Because it was anti-Arsenal.
Of course, you're Arsenal. That's why.
Yeah. I'm out.
But that's all we got for today. We got the Monday night show on Monday. Monday night podcast. Nothing going on tomorrow, I don't think. So good Sunday to have a break. I'm gonna be out with family tomorrow all day, so I won't be around. But then Tuesday, nothing. Wednesday, I think maybe we got Spurs Lounge with Mr. Mari. Then Thursday, we've got
Thursday.
The North London is yours. That's going to be a great show. A lot of Arsenal content.
No,
coming
North
up.
London is ours, Will. Why you say yours?
Isn't I said North London is ours?
I thought you said North London is yours.
You did. You
What?
did say yours, but also, you're a little
did
too
say yours.
excited, Elias.
Yeah, it's ours. It can't be theirs. They came from Woolwich, you see.
Yeah, they came from Woolwich. That's where they're
They're not
from.
even North
I don't know. I wasn't even thinking. I didn't even realize it said yours. I'll have to go back and listen.
Well,
to that.
anyway,
It's not that big of a
we've got
deal.
time for
Yeah.
tonight, guys. Thanks for watching.
Yep. But we have got that going on. So then this weekend we got the North London Derby. There will be no THFC Rant show if Mari decides not to run the post-match show because I will be driving back from Orlando on Sunday.
X-ray, man.
I see. You want me to run one THFC Rant show?
No.
No.
You can't, man. You don't have the minerals for it.
You got the minerals, blood.
And then but
Yeah, I can't. I will be working that day. Yeah.
yeah, but that's what we got. We will be back Monday night, so make sure you check that out. Stay strong, stay Spurs, and we will see you guys next time. We're out of here.